quick wash cycle and get on with your day. In the dryer, the Wrinkle Shield option helps keep wrinkles from setting in when you can't unload right away.
For mattresses, furniture, flooring, and appliances, see the folks at Jerry's TV and Home Furnishings at 375 West Springfield in Sullivan or call 468-4300.
Broadcasting live from the Sullivan Bank Studios, 102.1 KTUI Sullivan.
Hello everybody and welcome to our coverage of Sullivan High School sports on KTUI Radio. Today's game is being brought to you in part by St. Louis Community Credit Union, Peterson Oil Company, Brewski and Scott Tax Preparation, Bugsy's ZX Convenience Store, Edward Jones Donnie Greenwalt Broker, Goldwell Banker Reeves Realtors, Dace Insurance, Hanson Land and Title Company, MKBBQ, Strasser Senior Services, Sullivan Bank, Jerry's RCA, Juergens Heating and Cooling, and Merrimack Tire. Time now to send it out on location for today's game on KTUI Sports. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Sullivan Eagle Baseball on KTUI 102.1 FM. We are live from Sullivan Bank Ballpark as the Eagles have a conference game against the Owensville Dutchmen. I had a chance to visit with Eagles head coach Ian Whitson before the game. We'll have the interview with Coach right after you hear this from our pregame interview sponsor, Sullivan Ace Hardware.
Odds are there's an Ace Hardware store right in your neighborhood with expert advice and the right tools to make your quick fixes even quicker. We are right around the block with what you need in stock. Paint, electrical, plumbing, all of your hardware needs, plus people who know their stuff. Welcome to your home convenience store. In Sullivan, your hometown store is Sullivan Ace, located at 252 South Service Road. Ace Hardware, proud supporters of Sullivan Eagle Sports.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
I'm talking with Eagles head coach Ian Whitson as they get ready to host the Owensville Dutchmen here at Sullivan Bank Ballpark this afternoon. Coach, if I wouldn't have given you a plug nickel on Monday afternoon, we got done talking that we were going to get two more games in this week, but by golly, Mother Nature decided to give us a break, and we're going to get all the games in. It turns out it's going to be a pretty good day today.
Absolutely. Again, it's 73 and sunny, so you couldn't ask for a better day. Obviously the outfield's a little bit soggy from the weather we got last night and yesterday afternoon, but again, overall, we played a lot worse. So, at least it's warm, at least it's sunny, and at least it's, has a light breeze to it. So it could be, it could be a lot worse. It could be 45 degrees and nasty out there in the outfield too. So, we're happy for this blessed day. It's gorgeous out here, so it's a beautiful day for baseball.
Well, and just being able to get the game in today and not have to worry about squeezing it into what is already scheduled to be a pretty busy next couple of weeks.
Yeah, again, we wanted to get this game in before district seed meeting. Both us and Kemp, we want to go ahead and have kind of a clear pathway as far as what we expect for the seed meeting. So, none of us want to go ahead and go into it with any unknowns. None of us want to go ahead and go into it and then argue over a number one spot. So, this game will go ahead and kind of be that clear, definite, top of the district bracket there. So, we're excited for it, and we're definitely excited that we don't have to, reschedule a game and try to fit it in somewhere somehow. So, we already have a lot going on right now. We have state testing going on at the high school that we already have to dance around. We have other games that we have to dance around. We have different events that we have to dance around. So it's just one of those things. I'm happy that we're able to go ahead and get this in. That was going to be kind of a top priority for us anyways, just to make sure that we get these games in if at all possible. Unfortunately for us, we didn't have to go out there and pump any water off the field today. So, again, Mother Nature went ahead and gave us a green light there, so we're excited for it.
All right, getting to the game today, you're going with Drake Gower. Coming off a game down at Pacific, just won a few innings in that one. Had a little rough start, but then smoothed out things in the next couple of innings. But what are you expecting today out of Drake?
And I expect a complete game every single time Drake goes out there. He has the type of stuff that can do that. He has the big arm to be able to do that as well. So, he's on full rest. He's ready to go. He's known this game has been coming for a couple weeks now. He's had it circled on his calendar. So, this is one of those big games that we expect our horse to go out there and compete and give us a good start. So, he always usually rises to the occasion. So we're excited to see them out there on the mound.
All right, going up more than likely against Chase Wyrick, their number one pitcher as well. And Now, you guys have had some pretty tight matchups with this Owensville squad over the last couple of years.
Yeah, it's always been a good rivalry between Owensville, Owensville and us at least the last 4 years. I think back to, my first year here, we went to the district championship game with them. We were up big, and then boom, they ended up coming back. We've had a couple tight season games in the last several years, and then boom, last year's district championship game, they're up the entire time, and then we end up coming back and kind of returning the favor from 4 years ago. So it's one of those things where, they're always going to come out, they're always going to be ready to roll. Coach Kemp over there is a good coach. He's going to have his guys ready. They're going to go ahead and rise to the occasion, so, we must do the same thing as well.
All right, so you're going to see a little bit higher level pitching today, and this is nothing against the guys you saw from New Haven and from Salem, but Wyrick is right up there among the top pitchers in the area, both with velocity and just with his stuff.
Yeah, again, Wyrick has a good ball, has a good fastball. His ball has run to it. He has a really good slider. It's a wipeout slider. But again, for us, we've played a lot of really top pitchers so far this year. We've been able to go ahead and manufacture runs whenever we've had to. So, again, for us, the approach doesn't really change. We go out there, we put ball in play, we put pressure on the defense. Don't be surprised if you guys see a little bit of small ball again today as well, just trying to manufacture runs. And we just got to go ahead and find a way to execute whenever we have the opportunity.
Yeah, and I was going to ask you about, the possibility of maybe going a little small ball today, just because he's a hard pitcher to really square up and get hard contact off of. Maybe you try to go a little bit of small ball and make things happen.
Yeah, again, that's been something that's been fun for us the last several weeks as far as really practicing and that, working on that. Again, I absolutely love it. I love small ball. They used to call it whitey ball back in the day, so I love that type of game. I love being able to go ahead and manufacture runs. I love going ahead and have, base hit bunts, safety squeezes if you can. Really moving the ball, moving guys up, moving runners around. So, if we can go ahead and manufacture some runs that way, I'm ecstatic to be able to do that. A lot of our guys, I think they have really started to buy in the last several weeks as far as really that small ball game and really seeing how valuable it can be, as far as even from a matter of keeping the defense on their toes. So, oftentimes whenever you're going to put pressure on the high school defense, they will crumble. So we'll go ahead and go out there. If we get the opportunity to go ahead and play a little bit of small ball, we will. But we'll see what happens.
Coach, thanks for your time. Good luck today.
Thanks, Bobby.
Ian Whitson, head coach of Sullivan Eagles, with the visit with me before the game here today. Joining me now in the press booth is Mike Bittner. Michael, a little bit surprised today, and I talked with Coach in the interview. We both were kind of figuring on the Owensville ace, Chase Wyrick, being on the mound to start today's game, but he is not going to be starting this game as far as pitching goes, and,
right.
And I'm sure Coach Kemp has his reasons why. I know they've got a game tomorrow night. They've got several next week, but this being a district game, neither team is going to be challenging. Union's already wrapped up the conference, so that's kind of a moot point. But as far as districts go, when Owensville win here today, I don't know if it would get them the number 1 seed, but it would pretty much give them a sure shot at the number 2 and get that first round bye because they beat Salem earlier in the year. So in the head-to-head, they'd have that up. And I think if you look at Owensville's overall schedule compared to Salem's, probably a little bit on the tougher side as well. Mm-hmm. So that, I know I was surprised, and you mentioned as well you were a little bit, surprised.
I was. When I looked at the roster when you handed me the lineup, that's what I told you. I said, boy, am I surprised. And you knew exactly what I was talking about. You just don't expect this. It's a big game for both teams. Granted, a win is probably not going to give them the first spot, the first seed. But still, you want to keep the winning streak going. You want to keep that winning attitude.
Yeah.
And not to say that they can't win with the guy they've got going to the Echo Camp. They sure can. But it's just a surprise when you get your team ready to go too. Now, that could work in their favor depending on how our guys come out to the plate. That's a situation. They're looking for an ace or for somebody that throws at 90 miles an hour.
That was the thing that I was going to touch on because, you're expecting to see a guy with a great fastball and really a wipeout slider, as Coach mentioned in his pregame, and he can really mess some people up with that slider, and then not seeing him. So it's a change in mindset as far as your approach at the plate. So we'll wait and see how that goes today when the Eagles get to the plate. But the rest of it, he's in the lineup, but he's one of their better hitters. Just a really good overall player. both in the field, at the plate, and on the hill. He's a junior.
That's what I was going to say. He's only a junior too.
So he'll have next year, but we were just a little bit kind of caught unawares there.
Well, we kind of figured it'd be him and Drake Gower going head to head, and that'd be a dandy of a game. You know,
yeah.
I mean, it still could very well be a dandy of a game. I'm not trying to downgrade
Sure.
the other young man at all.
Owensville comes in 6-8. Sullivan is 12-8. Dutchmen have lost 4 in a row. They've had two, maybe 3 rainouts here in the last couple of weeks. I know they lost their game against Borgia. They lost. They to weather. The game against Potosi last Friday. On Tuesday, they were supposed to play at Borgia. That got rained out. So there's a couple of games there, and I think they had one earlier in the year that they're making up maybe next week or the week after. But they've been extremely good in their wins, and in some of their losses they haven't quite been as good. But they played a tough schedule. Played a Moberly team up in a wood bat tournament up in St. Joseph. Moberly 21-3, tops in the top 5. I'm pretty sure, maybe number 1 in class 4. I think in the state in baseball. Played into a 3-1 game. Played a good Harrisonville team, but 14-12. They lost to Fulton, who's 15-4. Lost them 7-1. Then a good Pacific team on Monday this week, 12-0. So they have faced some good competition here over the last few weeks and come up short in just a few of them. They've got wins over New Bloomfield. They beat Salem earlier in the year, 19-1. That was at Owensville. They won at Capital City, 10-5. They beat Herman at home 17-16, a slugfest there. Shut out St. Clair 4-0. They beat Chillicothe, who's 14-8, up in that woodbat tournament, beat them 7-4. So, we see that they are a very capable ball club, and so the Eagles are going to definitely have to be on their game today.
Yeah, it's going to be fun any way you look at it. It's still going to be fun. I've been watching them, and Owensville's always had a very solid defensive ball club. Always have had. And they've always had decent pitching. And I was just watching them. Other than that throw right there, everything's been pretty good. They've been looking real good on the infield. So,
yeah, Owensville 4-2 at home, 1-3 on the road, 1-3 in neutral tournament games, averaging right at 6 runs a game on the offensive side, but giving up 8 runs a game. On the pitching, the defensive side, Sullivan scoring 8 runs a game, giving up 4. Common opponents, both teams have defeated Herman. Both teams have lost Pacific. Both teams have beat Salem. Both teams have beat St. Clair by fairly similar scores. Both teams have lost to Union. The Eagles have defeated Cuba, New Haven, St. James, and Steelville. Owensville still has all those games to play, so they're going to have pretty busy next 2 weeks. In the recent matchup history between the two schools, since the 2009 season, Sullivan is 12-6 against Owensville, 1-2 in postseason play, and the Eagles have won the last 3. They won here at home in 2023, 5-3. They won at Owensville in 2024 in the regular season game, 3-1, and then in the district tournament championship game last season, they came from behind to beat Owensville 3-2 in that district tournament game to go on to the next round in the state playoffs. But Owensville had ripped off 4 wins in a row before that. The Eagles had won a couple, and then Sullivan from 2011 through 2016 had a 6-game winning streak in that matchup between the two teams. So it's always been a good rivalry, and it's one of those I think you would probably consider a friendly rivalry.
Yeah.
I wouldn't consider this one to be one of those we want to rip your head off. The kids go out in all sports really.
Sure.
They go out, they play hard against each other, but I think when it's all said and done,
it's still a game.
They understand it's still a game.
Well, one thing Owensville's got, they are senior heavy. I mean, they've got 10 seniors on the roster, 4 juniors, 3 sophomores, and 2 freshmen is what they've got on the varsity squad.
Starting a couple of juniors today, a couple of one sophomore, the rest are seniors. Speaking of that, we'll look at the starting lineup for the Owensville Dutchmen as the coach is meeting with the umpires at home plate, going over the ground rules. And it is, Coach said, it's a little bit damp, a little squishy in a place or two out in the outfield, but all things considered, both teams wanted to get the game in today, so they're going to deal with it. Zayden Gates, number 2, a senior, leads off for the Dutchman. He plays shortstop. Senior, number 8, Logan Bailey, bats second, plays left field. Batting third, playing first base, senior, number 9, Landon Crammy. Batting cleanup at third base, junior, number 23, Chase Wyrick. Batting fifth for the Dutchman at second base, a senior, number 5, Jansen Leb. Batting sixth and catching, and junior, number 22, Chris Allen. He's one of the better ones around. Batting seventh in right field, sophomore, number 21, Leighton Holmeyer. And he just really has played his way up onto the varsity roster. Started off the year at the JV level, but has been playing a lot of varsity ball here over the last few weeks. Batting eighth, the DH today, a senior, number 4, Elias Medlock. Hitting for today's pitcher, number 10, Matt Eckelkamp, who is a senior. Batting ninth in center field is senior, number 24, Jaden Gerleman. The Owensville Dutchmen are coached by Steve Kemp. He's assisted by Stephen Benton and Brady Smith. For the Eagles leading off, and it's a fairly similar lineup to what we've been seeing. Landon Doza, sophomore left fielder, wears number 10. He's in the leadoff spot. Batting second, playing right field, 21, Raiden Red, a sophomore. Batting third, playing third, number 3, Chase Blue. He's a junior. In the cleanup spot today, starting pitcher, senior, number 8, Drake Gower. Batting fifth at first base, junior, number 7, Mitchell Garner. Back in the lineup today, batting sixth at second base, senior, number 1, Nate McReynolds. Batting seventh at shortstop, junior, number 6, Nolan Ulrich. Batting eighth in center field, senior, number 5, Seth Valley. And batting ninth today, senior catcher, number 4, Andon Carey. The Eagles coached by Ian Whitson, assisted by Chris Poor, Jordan Mell, and Joe Smart. And that's your starting lineup for the two teams here today. The Eagles getting ready to be introduced. They'll have a pretty potent top of the lineup. You've got Wyrick in there at the cleanup spot. He's hitting 400. Chris Allen, who's actually in the sixth spot, I believe he's hitting 342. Gates in the leadoff spot at 333, but a 469 on base percentage, and he's their stolen base leader. He and Landon Doza, very similar type ball players. You've got Logan Bailey is hitting at 297. Landon Crammy at 296. Leb at 278. So you've got some pretty good bats in the top part of the lineup today for the Dutchman. And we'll talk a little bit more about the pitching when we get around to that in the bottom of the inning. For the Eagles, we've seen some guys average drop just a bit over the last, say, maybe week and a half, but the bats have been getting a little healthier last couple of games. You've got Mitchell Garner hitting 371, Nate McReynolds at 366, Chase Blue at 354, Landon Doza at 355, Gower at 344. Taves has got his average up to 327. So you've got some guys that are starting to rebound a little bit with the batting average.
It's good to see they're starting to climb the direction you want this time of season too.
Yeah, this is really that time when you want to start putting it together in all aspects.
Right.
You want to see your starting pitchers going out there and going a lot of innings and being effective. You want to see your hitters start to get things smoothed out and start to be more consistent at the plate. So defense as well.
Yep.
We're going to have a break for the national anthem. We'll be back to start the game after these messages.
At St. Louis Community Credit Union, you matter to us. Every account holder is an owner. Whether you're looking to grow your nest egg, purchase a home, need a loan, improve your credit, or simply want our community to thrive, St. Louis Community Credit Union is here for you. Visit branch manager Tricia Beckett at our new Sullivan branch at 170 South Service Road East next to Subway for all of your banking needs, or go to www.stlouiscommunity.com. That's stlouiscommunity.com. Federally insured by NCUA.
When it comes to propane, think Peterson Oil Company, your ultimate refueling destination. From 20, 30, and 40-pound forklift cylinders to those trusty 100-pound tanks and even your beloved RV, Peterson has you covered. At Peterson, quality and quantity come together in one unbeatable deal. They fill cylinders to their full potential, usually 25% more than at an exchange. Call 573-468-6600 or stop by one of the offices in Sullivan or Owensville. Peterson Oil Company, fueling your world without emptying your wallet.
Bugsy's in Sullivan is your locally owned and operated ZX gas station and convenience store. Bugsy's is located on the South Service Road in Sullivan and is an easy place to stop on your way to almost anywhere. They have the best coffee and the best soda fountain in town. And whether you're driving a motorhome or a subcompact, you can get into the car wash behind Bugsy's, and the automatic car wash has several options for either a soft touch or a touchless wash. Bugsy's ZX on the South Service Road between the overpasses in Sullivan.
Drake Gower on the hill for the Eagles, and he's getting ready to do his warm-ups to end and carry for the year so far. This will be his 8th appearance, 7th start. He's 2-1, 22.2 innings pitched. That's 22 2/3. 359 pitches thrown, 8 runs, 6 earned for a 1.85 ERA, 10 hits, including 1 home run. Weak contact percentage of 83, hard hit ball percentage of 17. He's walked 10, struck out 34. He's struck out 10 of those looking. His whip is .882. Stranded 12 runners, allowed 8 stolen bases, 15.8 pitches per inning on average. Opponents hitting 125 against him. The batting average on balls in play is 200. Batting average runners in scoring position 250. He's faced 91 batters with 2 wild pitches and 1 hit batter. And that's the pitching stats for Drake Gower, the tall right-hander on the mound for the Eagles. He will have to deal with Zayden Gates, Logan Bailey, and Landon Crammy, the first 3 up in the Dutchman lineup. And I'll apologize ahead of time if I'm a little slow on some stats because I have multiple pages instead of one today. Yeah, I had Coach Kemp from Owensville send me their file with their stats, but I couldn't get in and edit.
Yeah.
So I had to, I've got like 5 columns on each page and had to print everything out. So Zayden Gates will lead it off. He is 39 official at bats with 13 hits, a .333 average. .469 on base percentage and a .333 slugging. All 13 of his hits have been singles, but when he gets on, he likes to run. He's got 15 stolen bases, and that leads the ball club. First pitch from Gower off the windup to the plate. Fastball high, ball 1, and we are underway. Third baseman Chase Blue off the line, about even with the bag. Next one, foul ball out of play off to the right. That may have been a 2-seamer. A little bit of a break away from the right-handed batter. Dutchman in the white uniform pants, the black tops with the orange and white band around the chest and the middle of the arms. White trimmed in orange. Owensville in orange on the front, numbers in orange trimmed in white on the back, and a pitch back to the screen for ball 2.
Yep. I'm not sure if that was a foul ball. It changed directions. I couldn't really see it.
Yeah, he said foul ball.
Okay.
1 ball, 2 strikes. I had to look around the body.
Yeah, we had people in front of us here, so it was kind of hard to tell, but I thought it changed directions.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Closed stance from the right side, high and away. That one
just missed everything.
Yeah, let's try to overthrow that one. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Gates with a closed stance. Off the plate just a bit, but deep in the box. Straight away, outfield, medium depth all the way around. 2-2 pitch is outside, ball 3. That's one thing you'd love to see Drake today be efficient in his approach today and try to get a lot of innings in. Here's the windup, the 3-2 delivery. Chopper to the left side. High bounce, Blue charges, throws, gets him by a half step.
Good
Close
job.
play. Gates is with some speed, and he had to wait on that second hop, but good strong throw over there and gets him with the out.
Yeah, if he'd have waited and got the short hop, he'd have never got him. Young man is quick.
That'll bring in Logan Bailey. He's a senior, plays left field. Bailey hitting .297, .395 on base, .324 slugging, 11 hits, 10 singles. First pitch to him is high for a ball. And if you're Owensville, I would imagine they're probably going to wait Gower out.
Yeah.
Make him throw you some strikes. Try to get that pitch count up. There's a strike, knee high right down the pipe.
You don't want to let those go.
He's got 1 double, no home runs, 5 RBI, 7 runs scored. He's walked 6 times, struck out 8, 4 of those looking.
He can't get any deeper in the box.
Next pitch.
His foot is bisecting that back line.
Ooh, nice word.
You like that one, huh?
Open stance, feet close together. 2-1 pitch. He took a little something off of that one. Up in the zone, a swing and a miss.
I can't spell it, but I can use it in a sentence.
Once.
Yeah, there's only once, too.
2-2 pitch. Popped off the right side. That's going to go over the bleachers and out of play. I think that one may have stayed inside the fence. Of course, it's in that sloppy, muddy area over there. Count remains 2-2. Nobody on, 1 out. Again, straightaway, medium depth in the outfield for this right-handed batter. 2-2 pitch. Reaching for one. Off the plate. Fouls it off the right side again. So Bailey with a good battle. Making Gower throw some pitches. This will be pitch number 13 already, and he's just through 2 batters.
Come in a little bit here.
He's off the plate deep in the box.
Breaking ball.
Sets up outside.
That's what it was, too.
And a called strike.
Yeah, it's exactly what he did. A break them all in.
He tried to duck under it, but to no effect. Strikeout looking for out number 2.
That was a great pitch.
Landon Crammy stands in, first baseman. And Landon hitting .296. A .512 on base and a .444 slugging. 8 hits, 6 singles. He's got a double. He has one of the team's home runs. 12 RBI, which is second the team. First pitch to him is a called strike. Scored 11 runs. He's walked 8 times, struck out 4. He's been hit 5 times. Does have a sacrifice fly. Late swing and a foul out of play off to the right. If I'm rating red and right, he's moved over that direction. I'd move over there and stay.
Yeah.
Because I don't know that
unless they catch a breaking ball high, they're not going to be pulling it very much.
Yeah. Everything has been a little bit late and off to the right. So it's no balls and 2 strikes, nobody on 2 outs. Gower working from the windup with nobody on base. Curveball, bye-bye.
Wow.
Big, slow hook in there, and he had him way out in front and over the top in the inning for the Dutchman.
Made him look bad.
No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the first. There's no score.
Don't let concerns about shifts in the market disrupt your long-term financial goals. Hi, I'm Donnie Greenwald, an Edward Jones financial advisor. Let's work together on an investment strategy for long-term results. While you can't control market volatility, you can control your financial future. Start by giving me a call at 573-468-6046. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Coldwell Banker Reeves Realtor in Sullivan has a staff of agents with over 165 years of combined experience. Whether you're buying or selling, the knowledgeable professionals at Coldwell Banker Reeves Realtor will help guide you through this difficult process. They utilize all the modern tools available like CirclePix marketing, Facebook, and other social media platforms. Find out all the ways they can help by visiting the website at coldwellbankerreeves.com. Call 573-468-4422 or stop by their new office at 400 Cumberland Way, Suite K in Sullivan.
On the mound for the Dutchman is Matt Eckelkamp. Eckelkamp on the year. He's pitched 25 2/3 innings. He actually leads the team in innings pitched. This will be his 7th game with his 6th start. 137 batters faced, 428 pitches. He's 2-3 with 1 save. And let me see, sheet 2. Let's see. He has given up 39 hits, 31 runs, 20 runs earned, 11 walks, 9 strikeouts, 3 looking, hit 7 batters. His ERA is 5.46. The whip is 1.948. He's left 25 runners on base, allowed 18 stolen bases. Landon Doza will step in, lead things off for the Eagles. Right-handed batter, third baseman Chase Wyrick is in and about 3 steps off the line. Doza looks at an off-speed pitch that says inside, ball 1. Doza stands pretty much right in the middle of the box. His feet are close together. A little bit of an open stance. That front foot back toward third just a bit. Right-hander winds and fires. And that one off the handle and then off the pitcher's glove, and Doza's going to be safe.
That ball was spinning.
Oh, yeah.
And when he reached down to get it, it spun away from him and hit off the end of the glove.
Yep.
Right fielder number 21.
Hit.
Red.
What do you say there, official score?
I got to give him an error.
So an E1.
I mean, our accounts don't matter anyway, but...
Yeah. I may try and check it on Game Changer later.
Yeah.
Raiden Red steps in. I would imagine Mr. Doza will be off to the races. He's got 22 on the season.
Pretty good arm behind the plate, though.
Yeah. Got a pretty good lead. Being held, he goes on first motion. And
nobody
was even covering.
Nobody covering second. Well, there was somebody went to sleep.
The shortstop was going over to third.
Yeah, the second baseman had his hands like, "What are you doing?"
That was Jansen Leb.
Third baseman was coming in for the bunt. I wouldn't be surprised if the bunt's still not on.
Oh yeah. Pitch was a ball, I believe. Next one's high and away. It is.
Yep.
2 balls and no strikes. He did not show bunt that time. So Doza with the stolen base. Now the second baseman, Leb, is over toward first. Off-speed pitch, drops low and outside. He goes 3-0 on Raiden Red.
Good. Being selective.
Center fielder is Jaden Gerleman. Plays him about 4 steps to pull toward left. Straight away in left, maybe over to the line just a bit. 3-0 delivery. Right down the middle for a called strike, 3-1. Right fielder is Leighton Homeyer, and he's over toward right center field. Shortstop playing up the middle, so a lot of room up the middle to the right side. Ooh, he jumped on an off-speed pitch. It was inside, hit it down the Owensville bullpen. Good thing there wasn't anybody warming up down there.
They had a headache.
Now it's 3-2. And so far, Eckelkamp has featured a lot of off-speed stuff. Eagles will have to be patient, wait just a little tick on that. 3-2 pitch. Chopper again, foul off the front of the dugout over on the third base side.
Ball kind of dropped a little bit.
Kind of comes more or less over the top.
Yeah.
Kind of a 12-6 motion.
Not a lot of velocity, but a lot of movement.
So it remains 3-2. Runner at second, nobody out. Swing and a miss. Took that big swing on, and that's something the Eagles are going to have to adjust to.
Yep.
This guy doesn't throw as hard as Wyrick, so you're going to have to really cut that swing down with 2 strikes.
The ball's moving a little bit.
Yeah.
He moves the ball around with a little bit of motion. It's all it takes.
So 1 out now with Chase Blue stepping in. Chase coming in with a .354 average, 23 hits, tied for the team lead. 17 singles, 3 doubles, 3 triples, 11 RBI, 19 runs scored. Hits one off the end of the bat to the right side. Just in foul territory, the first baseman Landon Crammy is able to corral that one. Well, you got the leadoff man on, got him to second, but a strikeout and a pop-up on the infield. 2 outs, and now it's up to Drake Gower if the Eagles are going to score here in the first.
Boy, he's going to have to really wait back.
Second baseman trying to keep the runner close. He goes for third, pitches a ball, and he slides in safely.
Good throw, catcher.
Yeah. No, they called a strike. The pitch was a strike.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't see
it was
the
good pitch.
Yeah, I thought it was. I didn't see any indication on the throw. Then he waited till after the throw and called the strike. There's one high for a ball. Evened up at 1 ball, 1 strike, with those at third now. Middle infielders are deep. Third baseman off the line behind the bag. Gower looks at a pitch that drops low and outside for ball 2. First baseman Crammy even with the bag off the line.
Just soon him take a walk because to take a bad swing here.
Yeah. Pulls one to the third baseman. Gets a good hop. Wyrick with a strong throw gets him at first. So the Eagles have a threat, but Eckelkamp pitches out of it. 5-3 on the put out. A leadoff error, 2 stolen bases, and nothing across. No runs, no hits. That 1 error, 1 left. We go to the second. It's no score.
Dace Insurance is a full-service independent insurance agency with 35 years of experience serving the needs of over 5,000 individuals and families and 300 businesses in our area. Dace Insurance is an agency you can depend on with proven professionals, honest, fair, and interested in the needs of the people they serve. Sharon Dace and her staff don't work for an insurance company. They work for you with home, life, auto, and commercial policies tailored for you. Dace Insurance, located at 602 North Franklin in Cuba and 47 East Springfield in Sullivan.
Take the responsibility for teaching students that any competition, no matter what it is, must be played within the rules. Officials of any game or contest are never given enough thanks, and the efforts of the officials account for the fairness of the competition. So to our Missouri high school officials, thank you for a job well done. The preceding message was brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and all of us here at KTUI Radio.
No score after one. Eagles had a base runner, left him stranded at third. Eagles defense in the outfield, Doza in left, Valley in center, Red in right, Blue at third, Ulrich at short, McReynolds at second base, Garner at first. Behind the dish is Andon Carey on the mound, Drake Gower. And we'll go through the Owensville defense, a full roster when we get to the bottom of the inning. It will be Chase Wyrick, Jansen Leb, and Chris Allen. 4, 5, and 6 batters in the Dutchman lineup coming to the plate in the top of inning number 2. A little bit of a breeze blowing out toward the left.
Starting to be real pretty right now.
Yeah. So we had just so right after 4 o'clock, Eagles went out to take their infield, and we had just a little brief spit of rain. Some people have wisely brought umbrellas with them just in case we get a little pop-up sprinkle.
Trying to ward it off.
So Chase Wyrick steps in, hitting .400 on the year, 500 on base, 675 slugging, 16 hits, 9 singles, 4 doubles, 2 triples, a home run, leads the team with 14 RBI.
Started him a breaking ball.
8 runs scored. Open stance, deep in the box. Gower with the wind-up pitch to the plate, fastball low and outside, ball 1.
Never mind.
Maybe this pitch.
Yeah. Well, I was just going to say, he's going to be geared up for the Express. Slow his bat up early.
8 walks, 6 strikeouts, 3 looking. 1 ball, no strike pitch. Hits it high and deep to left, and that is way back, and that is out of here.
That's gone.
Well, he was geared up for the Express there.
Told you. First one we've seen head out of here.
Yep. Took it right down the line and left. Got one out over the plate and sent it out of here.
We think that's about 350, 340 something.
Well,
340,
down the line is right around 325 to 330.
Well, it cleared the fence.
It cleared the fence out there. So
well, the velocity was supplied by Mr. Gower.
Well, he put a good swing on it.
He did.
It was pitch inner half, and he turned on it right down the line, and Doza knew it. So now you got to shake that off, come back, and just keep it right there. First pitch to Jansen Leb, blowing outside for a ball.
Let your team come on and get you some runs now.
Right up the middle for a base hit, right past the glove of Gowers. He bent down to try to get that after his follow through.
Now batting for the Dutch.
Chris Allen steps in now. The catcher.
Chris Allen.
Kind of batting average.
342.
Okay. Well, still doesn't mean they won't try and move him.
432 on base, 500 slugging, 13 hits, 9 singles,
Chase Blues
3
back.
doubles. He's got a home run as well. Ooh, that one just caught the outside corner at the knees on a.
Yeah, but a home run here,
slider.
you hit a home run here, you earned it.
So that wind is blowing out now. Straight out to center field. Next pitch, low and outside, ball 1, evens up at 1-1. Mitchell Garner holding the runner at first. Again, the open stance, deep in the box, chopper to third, Blue has it. Goes to second, a bad throw, and here we go, the floodgates have opened. Then the lead runner will go to third. First and third, nobody out with a run across. Had got the good hop, and throw to second was offline, so Chris Allen, a fielder's choice, and an E5.
Adam Wilson's going to do the courtesy running there.
And courtesy runner.
Number 1, Adam Wilson.
So time now for the Eagles to get that focus, get refocused. I mean, you know, we talked about that, Mike, in the pregame.
Yes, we did.
They were geared up for the ace-on-ace matchup and everything, and you didn't get that. We were just kind of concerned about them, like, okay, relaxing a little bit. And Owensville's like, hey, you know, we're out here too. There's a strike call to Leighton Holmeyer, sophomore right fielder. First and third, nobody out. Wilson over first base as the courtesy runner. He goes, step off, look at third, throw down, and he got him barely.
Yeah, he didn't get to the bag. He stayed way behind the bag over there.
Yeah, McReynolds was a little bit, wasn't sure if Gower was going to throw it there, and he was on the first base side of the bag when he threw it there, but was able to reach in and get him in the upper body before he got to the base. So a pickoff. Caught stealing 1-4. And that's out number 1, swing and a miss on the next pitch to Leighton Holmeyer. So he's in the hole 0-2. Runner at third now with 1 out. Strike 3 called, outside corner on the fastballs. He blistered that one in.
Yeah, that one had some giddy up on it right there. You hear that pop all the way up here.
Well, Elias Medlock, the DH today, hitting for the pitcher Eckelkamp. Medlock, a 162 average. Hits one in the air to center. Drifting back a bit is Seth Valley. And he reaches up, makes a two-handed catch above his head. And Gower gets out of the jam with just the 1 run across. In the inning, 1 run, 2 hits. There was an error, 1 left on base. We go to the bottom of the second inning, 1-0 Dutchman.
11 pitches, that's better.
2, please. All right, we're here at Sullivan Bank Ballpark. Eagles now in a 1-0 hole after the leadoff solo home run off the bat of Chase Wyrick, his second of the year. Matt Eckelkamp will head back out for the Dutchman. They've got Logan Bailey in left, Jaden Gertleman in center, and Leighton Holmeyer in right. Around the infield, Wyrick is at third, Zayden Gates at shortstop, Jansen Lev at second, Landon Crammy at first base. Behind the plate, Chris Allen and Matt Eckelkamp on the hill, the right-hander for the Owensville Dutchman.
All right, Sullivan, come out here and now put yourself a crooked number up. Take some good at-bats.
You know, we talked about just having to maybe tone it down just a little bit.
Yeah.
You're going to have to wait just a little bit longer on those swings. Again, you're not facing the 90 miles an hour you were expected out of Wyrick. And
I don't want anybody to see that home run was his head either. Not one person see that. If it goes, it goes, but don't swing for it.
And a pitch high and inside, a fastball. As Mitchell Garner leading things off, leans back from that one. Middle of the box, off the plate with a slightly open stance from the right side. Next one, and again, that big swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch.
Yeah, the only base runner we've had has been Reese on an error. We have no hits yet.
Yeah. Just in the bottom of the second. Kicking the pitch. High in the air. Left center field. Center fielder going back, and that's going to get over his head and stop shy of the warning track. And Garner makes a turn. They overthrow the cutoff man, and he'll be into third base. Now that one, if it's hit to down the line like
it may be
Wyrick's, it may be gone.
That ball just kept going and going and going. I didn't think it was hit that hard. It just kept going.
A little bit of a breeze out that direction, so a triple for Mitchell Garner.
Give Garner credit too. He hit that. He put on the speed. He just kept it going.
Yep, he did not slow down around second base.
Infield's in already. We're in the second inning, and their infield is in with nobody out on. Wow.
Nate McReynolds at the plate. Nate's been scuffed a little bit. He goes after one up and in, trying to get a fly ball to drive in the run, and fouls it out of play a little bit early on it. And they're also bringing the outfielders in.
Yeah, they are.
They were all playing pretty deep. Now the center fielders come in. Left fielder's staying
still
back a little bit.
Yeah.
And he's over toward the line just a bit. No balls and 1 strike to Nate McReynolds. There's a line drive. That'll get down in the gap, and that'll drive in the run. Ball dies out there in the tall grass. McReynolds makes a turn. He'll trot into second base. A triple and a double. We're tied at 1.
Good, really good swing there.
Yeah.
Just short, compact, driving the swing. He just wanted to get the ball out in the outfield, and that's exactly what he did.
And that'll bring Nolan Ulrich to the plate, left-handed hitter. Eagle shortstop. Comes in batting .222, 10 hits, all singles, 8 RBI, 11 runs scored. Open stance, deep in the box. Got to pull down like he was going to bunt, but pulled it back and looks at a ball outside.
I thought the same thing. I thought, well, they're trying to get him to third with a bunt. Well, yeah, third baseman's back, first baseman's in.
Third baseman playing back. He'll stay there on a bunt play, so the pitcher will have to cover the third base line. Runner does not go. There's an off-speed pitch taken for a strike on the outside corner. Nolan leads the team with 20 walks. He struck out 18 times, 9 looking.
Every time he pulls that thing out of his back to look at that sheet, punched at it.
Yeah,
fouled it back.
So 0-2 now. He's going to have to swing away.
Tried to bunt there.
The center fielder, Gerleman, is over toward right field about 3 steps. Right fielder straight away, left fielder straight away, all medium depth. I'll work now with a 1-2 count. Puts it in play to the first baseman. That'll get the runner over.
That's right. Good out.
Yep,
good productive out.
Yeah, that's doing your job there. Hit it to the right side, get the runner over.
For the Eagles.
First out of the inning, 3 unassisted. Moves the runner to third with just 1 out. Seth Valley will step in. Seth.
Bringing the infield, outfield back in again, too. Okay, Seth, that opens up all kinds of lanes out there, pal.
243 average, 391 on base, 9 hits, 7 singles, a double, a triple, 5 RBI. He tried to wait on that one, but
couldn't do it.
Yeah. Big slow curve ball. Coach Whitson hollers down the number sequence. Seth looks at the card, puts it in his back pocket, steps in from the right side. Chopper toward third, a high bouncer, that's going to get through, and that'll drive in a run.
There's one of the bad things about having the infield in. That bounced over pulled in infield. I wasn't sure if it was going to get over his head. He jumped as high as he could.
Yeah. Yeah, Wyrick was in it, and of course Owensville doesn't know, but this is a pretty springy infield.
Yeah. Yep.
And he hit that chopper, bounced over the third baseman's head. Gates couldn't get to it, got into left, so the little chopper single drives in a run, puts Eagles up 2-1. Now you've got Valley at first with 1 out, and in Carey at the plate. The throw to first is not in time.
He swung around it, squared around the bunt. Whether or not he was going to or not, I don't know, but he squared around early.
Shortstop plays him straight away. Second baseman up the middle. Third baseman is. He shows bunt again. Pulls it back, takes a strike. The runner goes, and a 2-hop throw is not in time as his second baseman couldn't hold on to it, but he was in safely anyway. So Valley with the stolen base, third of the game for the Eagles.
And pitch was a strike.
And he may have just been showing the bunt to allow Seth to steal because he's got the bat back now, ready to swing away. Fastball, he couldn't catch up with that one. He's 0-2.
1 out. So he got still got opportunities.
This one again, you want to try and take it to the right side if nothing else to get that runner to third. 0-2 pitch, way outside. A good stab by Allen to keep that one from going back to the backstop. 1-2. Carey, 11 official at bats, 2 hits. He's hitting 182. Both hits are singles. He does have a couple of RBI. And RBI chance here with 1 out. And he flails at that one. And it'll be a strikeout. Pulled the string, probably a slider. A lot of movement off the plate to the right side. We're back to the top of the order with Landon Doza with 2 outs. He reached on an error on the pitcher. Got one in on his hands, right off that handle, the skinny part of the bat, and it had a lot of spin on it. And it just kind of got to the pitcher's glove and hit it and bounced off. And he was able to reach third after a couple of stolen bases, but was left stranded. Middle of the box, open stance from the right side. First pitch to him is a strike, belt high out over the middle of the plate. Owensville broke on top in the top inning, a leadoff solo homer by Wyrick. Foul ball hits him while he's in the box. He's down 0-2. Eagles got a leadoff triple from Garner, a double from Nate McReynolds, and a little chopper single over the third baseman by Seth Valley to score their 2 runs and take the lead.
Now we won the crooked number.
Let's add to it. 0-2 pitch, hit hard into left, that'll get down. Left fielder gets to it, they're going to send the runner, and Valley will score. without a throw as it comes into the shortstop.
Left fielder bobbled that ball and went to pick it up out of the glove. He dropped it. So.
I don't think it would have.
No, it wouldn't have made any difference.
Yeah. So an RBI single for Landon Doza. He's at first. Driving in Seth Valley, and Raiden Red will step in, and he struck out swinging his first at-bat last inning.
2 outs now.
So Doza went in the first movement. He saw he's being held there, working from the belt. Eckelkamp will turn, throw over, and Doza dives back in safely. Red way up in the box, close to the plate. Did not show bunt. Doesn't yet. And looks at an off-speed pitch inside corner for a strike. Good crowd out on the hill.
Hi, guys.
By the driveway. A lot of folks sitting up under the trees out there in their lawn chairs. Hopefully you're all listening to the ball game. 3-1 Eagles. Doza goes. Pitches off the plate. Throw down. Not in time on a head first slide. He's safe.
I will say, this catcher gets rid of the ball in a hurry.
Yeah, he's got a good release. But Doza had a big lead and a good jump.
He's pretty quick, too.
Say hi to Will Johnson. He's listening in on
I will.
Tune In. He's at the Central State 8 High School Conference Track Meet in Russellville covering that today. And a little chopper to the right side. First baseman gets to it, feeds the pitcher, Eckelkamp, who got over there in good fashion. 3-1 on the putout for out number 3 in the inning for the Eagles. 3 runs on 4 hits. And let's see, no errors and 1 left on base. As we go to the third, it's 3-1 Sullivan.
Hanson Title Company has been serving the Franklin County area since 1865, providing their customers with high-quality service, reliable data, and quicker turnaround times to save you money. Hanson Title is the only title company in Franklin County that has their own title plant, and they have offices in Union, Sullivan, and Washington. Services include title insurance, title searches, construction dispersing, and 1031 tax-deferred exchanges. For any and all of your title needs, call Hanson Title Company at 468-2640 or in Union 636-583-2516.
Hi, this is Dale Cottrell, Chief Credit Officer at Sullivan Bank, where we are committed to being a step up in service. Our goal is to put the community back in community banking. We are incredibly grateful to be a part of the KTUI communities and strive to make them a better place for future generations. We've been here for you 129 years and plan to be here for many more. Stop by Sullivan Bank today to experience the step up in service for yourself.
Drake Gower on the hill with a 3-1 lead now. He was able to get out of that second inning without any further damage after the first 2. Of course, the home run, the single, and left a man stranded in scoring position. And his teammates came back and got him a lead. Let's see if he can get a little shutdown inning here as he deals with 9, 1, and 2 in the batting order.
Well, that's what you want your team to do. Okay, if they got behind him, they got behind. Now here we go.
Come
you
out.
Just pitch your game. We'll take care of everything else.
Jaden Gerleman leads off, senior center fielder. Gerleman a .250 average. Right-handed batter, deep in the box, open stance, as all these Dutchman batters have to this point. Gower with that glove out in front of his face, gets the sign from Andon Carey, winds and fires. Fastball inside corner, swing and a miss.
Man. That had that same giddy up on it.
Straightaway, infield, outfield. Third baseman blew even with the bag. That one sails high for a ball. 16 pitches in the first inning for Drake. 11 last inning, 27 through 2. Here's the windup in the pitch on a 1-1. And that's fouled back and out of play. Back in the cheap seats.
Yeah. Nice crowd here tonight.
Yes, there is.
Senior night, of course, but
yeah,
still.
They'll do senior night after the game is over with. 1-2 delivery. Ooh, that got him. Got him on the back arm, on the forearm.
Back at the plate for the Dutch.
And you can tell Drake not happy with himself on that one. Just kind of lost that one.
Yeah, I didn't think it hit him, but he's down there anyway.
Well, he put that arm up there pretty quick.
I know he did, yeah, but there was nothing red or anything on it, so just a glancer.
I was going to say, sometimes you can convince the umpire if you react quickly like that. So the leadoff man is on. Short lead at first, held by Garner, and a throw over. Ooh. He almost He almost threw that one over the fence into the
Yeah.
bullpen. And we're back to the top of the order with Zayden Gates. He grounded out to Chase Blue his first time up. A close play at first. Gates with good speed. Check of the runner as he works from the belt to the plate. Popped up. Shallow center field. Valley stayed back. Now comes in. Ooh, almost overran it. And he throws into first as the runner Gerleman had got about two-thirds way, maybe halfway to second. But he's back in plenty of time. So
I didn't have a problem with him throwing to first at all.
No. So one out now with the runner at first. You've got Logan Bailey stepping in. Bailey struck out looking in his first at bat. He's that one that's way deep in the box. And a wild pitch gets away. Carey can't find it now. He gets to it. That was overcooked that one a little bit as that hit well over in the left-hand batter's box. So 1 ball, no strike count. Wild pitch gets the runner in scoring position. Again, you're getting to that nasty part of the lineup here. So check of the runner, short lead as McReynolds holds him close. Swing and a miss. High heat, blew it past him. 1-1 with Landon Crammy on deck.
If you're going to throw it there, make sure it's in.
Working from the third base side of the pitching rubber. Checks second, comes to the plate. Ball hit in the air. Shallow right center field. Valley seems to have a bead on it, reaches out. Runner tags. Here's the throw. They got a chance. And he's saved.
Tagged him in the head. He
Yeah.
actually hit him pretty hard in the head, too. But
well, that was a
pretty good throw, right on the money.
Took a chance there. It hit that turf, bounced up, and slowed down just a bit. And he was able to get into third, so he's there with 2 outs now, Landon Crammy.
Want to get this guy right here and keep the bases, start the next game or next inning with Wyrick.
So another fly ball to center for out number 2. Gerleman tags and goes to third. Crammy struck out swinging his first time up on 3 pitches. Straight away, infield, outfield, medium depth, maybe a little deeper in left for Doza. And there's a breaking ball, but a good job by Carey shifting out there and getting in front of that thing and backhanding it with the glove. You almost cooked that one back to the screen. Got to make sure. And Gower's got to be ready to cover the plate, too.
He started in.
Yeah. Wind blowing out toward left. 1 ball, no strike count. Gets his sign, kicks and pitches. And that one went right over Carey's glove, hit the backstop, came right back to him.
I'm guessing that was high. What do you think?
As Bob Euchre has said many times and been repeated, just a bit high.
And he won't say it no more, will he? Just in our dreams and on commercials.
Miss that guy.
Yeah, I do
always
too.
Always loved listening to him do radio. It was there's a strike. He pours the fastball in there at 2-1.
Yeah, I do too. I miss the old guy. I miss Shannon. I liked Mike Shannon. A lot of people didn't, but I did.
Yeah, you kind of have to take the last couple of years.
Yeah.
After he had the health problems from COVID. Off the end of the bat, good play by Garner, and he'll step on first. Got it in his hands, little inside-out swing. Slow roller to first, 3 unassisted for out number 3. After the leadoff hit by pitch, they leave a runner stranded, no runs. No hits, no errors, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the third, 3-1 Sullivan.
Hey folks, Clark Strasser here with Strasser Senior Services. A lot of you know me by Gene, but the fact is, I've been a local licensed agent for over 25 years now. If you are just turning 65 and new to Medicare, or been on Medicare for many years, call me, your local Medicare resource, with questions about your Medicare Advantage plans, your Medicare supplements, your Part D prescription drug plans. So give me a call and set up a no-cost consultation at 573-308-5255. As always, I do business the old-fashioned way. I make house calls.
BBQ in downtown Sullivan is an authentic wood-fired Texas-style barbecue with an Ozark profile. MKBBQ is located at 202 North Clark Street, and you can find their daily specials on Facebook. They're open from 11 to 7, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Dine in or take out. Place your order on Facebook Messenger or text 573-210-3281. MKBBQ proudly serves Bad Adams and Blues Hog sauces. MKBBQ, sophisticatedly primal.
So Gower gets around the leadoff hit by pitch, gets the next 3, a couple of fly balls and a grounder to first. Chase Blue will stand in for the Eagles to lead off the bottom of the third inning. He had a little foul pop up to the first baseman, reaching for one outside, and popped it off the end of the bat to Landon Crammy at first.
I wouldn't mind a couple more here.
Yeah, I'd be all right with that. Eckelkamp winds and fires, and that one's low for ball one as we roll off here into the end of the bottom of the third inning. Blue, Gower, and Garner. 3, 4, and 5 in the Eagle lineup. Eckelkamp's next is low and outside, ball two. Deep at second, short. Second baseman plays him up the middle a bit, so some room on the right side. Third baseman Wyrick even with the bag at third. Hard chopper. Look what I found.
Yeah, that's exactly what that was.
Wyrick kind of put the glove down there and the ball found it. Yeah.
It was a snow cone, too.
Yeah. That's a tough luck for Chase Blue.
Yep.
5-3 on the put out.
Wyrick's grinning over there, too. He knows that himself.
He just kind of stuck that glove down there and hoped the ball would find it, and it did.
Yep.
So Gower steps in. He had a grounder to third. First pitch to him, low and outside, ball one. We had a runner at third with no outs actually.
Yep.
The Red struck out, Blue with the pop up, and then Gower with the ground out. And he chops one, foul, just foul.
Yeah, that was inches. That wasn't even a foot. Just an inch or two foul.
Got inside on him and couldn't hold up on the off-speed pitch.
Wyrick moved over to the line a little bit. The left fielder moved over too.
1-1 pitch. He reaches out and spanks that one past Gates into left field.
Base hit.
Pitch was outside, but with those long arms, he just reached out and was able to pull it in the hole past Gates, so base hit. Eagles have a runner. Mitchell Garner will step in. Mitchell led off the second inning with a deep fly ball to left center. It hit a few feet shy of the warning track.
I couldn't see who the courtesy runner is.
Yeah, we got a courtesy runner, for Gower. Probably Caden Smith. He usually...
No, it's Taves.
Is it?
It's Alex Taves.
Okay. Alex Taves is the courtesy runner for Drake Gower. Garner looks at one inside off the plate for ball one. Eckelkamp works fairly good pace.
Yeah, if you jump off a first, you better get going because that throw's getting there.
Saves your courtesy runner. Ooh, he had one to hit there.
Yeah, it was up in his eyes and he just couldn't hold up on it.
Fouled it straight back to the screen. He didn't miss that one by much.
Nope.
Eckelkamp is saying to himself, I'm lucky
on
that one.
I'm not throwing that one again.
Works from the first base side of the rubber. Taves takes his lead, held over there by Crammy. Not going, and that pitch is a fastball low and outside, 2-1. Dave McReynolds on deck. Eagles trying to add to their 3-1 lead. They have a runner on with one out here in the bottom of the third. Check of the runner. Off speed pitch, and a little bit late, he got down and in. He dropped the bat head and fouled it out of play to the right. And now 2-2. They throw in one of the foul balls from the Owensville dugout. Garner steps out, looks down at the coach, gets his number sequence. He'll step back in. Off the plate, middle of the box on the right side, and fouls that one off. That was a good job there. That was a good pitch.
Yeah.
And he reached out and fouled it back and out of play. Home plate umpire says, I need some baseballs.
Yeah, don't have any. Here comes one.
I don't know if the last couple, I think, have been in the short grass.
Yeah, they haven't gone very far.
Yeah. Count remains 2-2 with Taves at first. Hasn't really shown any indication of trying to steal. He gets one high in the air to center. This time, Gerlman is there. He's drifting back. Man, that was up there for a long time.
That might have been one I'd have tagged up on, but you never know.
So the fly ball to center for the second out. And Nate McReynolds steps in. He had a line drive double into left center field that drove in Garner last inning. 1 for 1 with an RBI later scored. Shows bunt.
He's not going to bunt.
With 2 outs, runner goes. Pitches a strike. Throw down. He's safe on the head first slide. Got the hand in.
Good slide, too. He was on the backside of the bag. He had to reach back for him. Couldn't have got him. That was a good slide.
So Taves with the stolen base. I'm really surprised he wasn't going with
I was too.
Garner up there. But he gets in there now. Pitch was a strike to McReynolds. Ooh, he's got to duck out of the way of that one. Over his head, behind him. 1-1. Yeah, I was really surprised that with Garner the way he's been hitting the ball.
Yeah. He could have been a third then if he could have made the steal.
Ooh, nice
floater.
That was that old slow Uncle Charlie there. Nate could not hold up. He's down to count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Eckelkamp trying to get out of this jam. Checks the runner at second. Short lead. And Nate just kind of pokes one into right. Right fielder comes in. It carries out to him. And the catch by Holmeyer for the out. So fly ball to right, round number 3 in the inning. No runs, a hit, no errors, 1 left. We've played 3. It's 3-1 Sullivan.
Upgrade your laundry room style and function with a Whirlpool large capacity front load laundry pair. Clean regular sized loads fast with a quick wash cycle and get on with your day. In the dryer, the Wrinkle Shield option helps keep wrinkles from setting in when you can't unload right away.
For mattresses, furniture, flooring, and appliances, see the folks at Jerry's TV and Home Furnishings at 375 West Springfield in Sullivan or call 468-4300. Juergens Heating and Cooling has been providing the area with professional heating and cooling services for over 22 years. Whether your family's dreams of a new home have become a reality or increased efficiency and comfort when replacing your existing heating and cooling system, Juergens has the knowledge and craftsmanship to make sure all your needs are met. With an award-winning service department and quality installation professionals, Juergens strives to exceed every customer's expectations. Call Juergens Heating and Cooling at 573-860-4328. Comfort is one call away.
Through 3 innings here at Sullivan Bank Ballpark, Sullivan High School, 3-1 Eagles over the Dutchman. All the runs scored in the 2nd inning. Drake Gower on the hill for the Eagles. He will face, let's flip the page over here. He's going to face 4, 5, and 6 in the lineup. This is the part of the lineup that did the damage in the 2nd inning. Wyrick with the leadoff solo home run. Leb had a base hit but was left stranded. And he got through the next 3 to get out of that one.
Let's see how it works him this time.
He's going to try not to throw another fastball down the middle, I guarantee you that.
Well,
now, whether he does or not, I don't know.
But right, I just said, too.
Yep.
Breaking ball, slow the bat speed down.
He stands in deep in the box, that open stance. Feet close together. Straight away deep around the infield and outfield. Oh, boy.
Threw that one past him.
He took a home run cut and couldn't catch up on that one.
Yeah, he threw that one flat, threw it past him there.
That was one of those kind of mano-a-mano. Here it is.
Yep.
If you can hit it, you can, if you get a piece of it, you can rename it.
Oh, there you go. There's that breaking ball.
Yeah. Through the changeup and down over the outside part of the plate. Wyrick fouls it out of play.
Now, if you're going to throw a fastball, throw it high.
No balls and 2 strikes. Gower from the windup. Here comes the pitch.
That's what he
did.
did.
It was. Fastball pops out of the hand and carries glove, but good spot for that one.
Don't think he could catch up to a fastball up. That's why I'm saying keep that fastball up there. Budweiser truck going by.
Yeah, the beer truck honking at a high school game. Swing and a miss. Foul tip caught by the catcher. He went with the high heat, Mike.
Yep.
You were right on it.
Now batting for the Dutchman, number 5.
So Wyrick won one battle. Gower has won the second one. Jansen Leb steps in. He followed up Wyrick's home run with a single right back up over the mound.
It was a good sequence right there.
He stands in from the right side. Again, really deep in the box. Late swing and a miss. I think he was expecting something off speed to start off with, and he got the heat and couldn't catch up to it.
Drake looks like he's getting a little bit stronger.
He loosened up, just letting her fly now.
Oh,
wow.
That's unfair. You just threw a 92-mile-an-hour fastball, and then you threw about a 75-mile-an-hour breaking ball right at you.
Caught the inside corner, 0-2. See if he comes right at him here. He did. Chops and foul. Got in on his hands again. Gets it foul over the third base side, over by the Dutchman dugout. On deck is Chris Allen. Allen hit to a fielder's choice that was a throwing error by Chase Blue. Got a runner over to third, and then Allen was caught stealing, or the courtesy runner was caught stealing. Everybody steps off. Now they're back on and ready to go. No balls, 2 strikes, nobody on, 1 out. Top of the 4th for the Dutchman. Oh, he just, man, how did he get a piece of that one?
Yeah, I don't know how he even I don't know. I have no idea how he hit that.
He recognized the curveball and just gave himself up and able to get a piece of that one before it hit the ground. So he stays alive to see another pitch. He was fooled big time, but able to get the bat on it and stay alive. Tied him up with that one. And he's tagged out.
Yep.
Pitch was hit the dirt. So another strikeout. 2.
That's 5.
Yep. And that'll bring in Chris Allen. Allen hit a grounder to third with Leb on first. Blues throw to second base to get the force out was off line and went into right field. And that fastball just a little bit low. Allen looked back. I think he thought it was going to be called
I think
a strike.
everybody thought it was a strike except the umpire. He's the guy that counts.
Yep. It's the only opinion that matters. 1-0. And that one's a streak. He made up for it there.
Yeah, caught the corner.
Yeah. Or somewhere.
Vicinity.
Corner or something.
Yeah. It's the vicinity. It's all right.
1 ball, 1 strike. From the windup, the kick and the pitch. Off-speed pitch is foul off the catcher and back to the screen. 1-2. Leighton Holmeyer on deck if Allen can reach base. Drake with the windup. There's another curveball. Got him looking. Strikes out the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base after 3.5. It's 3-1. Owensville trailing Sullivan.
Before heading out on vacation, make sure your vehicle is in tip-top condition. Merrimack Tire Center does all types of engine repair, including exhaust repair, oil and lube service, alignments, and of course brand name tires. Getting your car in tip-top shape can keep you from getting stranded. Make an appointment with Merrimack Tire by calling 468-8400. Merrimack Tire is located at 635 East Springfield in Sullivan with hours Monday through Friday till 6 p.m. and Saturdays till 5. Merrimack Tire Center helps you keep your car running smooth.
Hello, this is Cheyenne, the Treasury Management Specialist at Sullivan Bank. Our goal in the Treasury Management Department is to give your business a step up in business banking. We are committed to visiting your place of business to set up your products and provide training to your team. If you aren't sure what services could benefit you, we will walk you through our products and go over which ones make the most sense for your needs. We want you to focus on growing your business with the peace of mind that we will be there when you need us. Call us today to experience a step up in business service.
So the Dutchman had made a pitching change in the bottom of the 4th inning. Chase Wyrick will now take the mound for the Dutchman, and we'll try to see who is going to be patrolling third base. I don't know if they were hitting for Eckelkamp, so I don't know if they're going to maybe bring the DH in to play defense or what, but we'll see if we can get a number. Try to see the back of his jersey when he makes his throws on the infield. But so far I have not been able to. 21?
21, I think it is, yeah.
Okay. 21 would be
Bryce Crammy.
No, 21 is Holmeyer.
Oh, yeah.
So Holmeyer comes in from left. And from right, that is, excuse me. Now we'll see who's in right field. For the Eagles, it's Nolan Ulrich, Seth Valley, and Carey, bottom of the order. Ulrich hit one back to the first baseman his first time up. Advanced a runner who later came in to score. Wyrick shakes off the sign, now has the one he wants. Hard throwing right-hander. First pitch is low for ball 1. So we were talking there during the break. Well, you had Eckelkamp out there for 3 innings to slow their bats down a little bit. Now you bring in the fireballer Wyrick, working from the first base side of the pitching rubber, and he catches the outside corner with a fastball.
Generally speaking, our bats are better when the pitcher's faster. When you've got more of a fastball pitcher, our bats been better.
It may take a little bit for you guys to speed the bats back up. They don't think they're going to pull him because the center fielder's playing about 4 steps toward left. Inside, past the catcher and back to the screen.
One ball. That pitch.
Yeah. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Right fielder straight away, medium depth. Second baseman is deep back at the edge of the turf in the real grass. Wyrick has his sign. He'll wind, kick, and pitch. And that one's low again, so they're waiting him out.
Yep.
And
Good.
that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
3 balls and a strike to the leadoff man, the fourth for the Eagles, Nolan Ulrich.
Geared up. Here it comes. Oh, he threw a breaking ball.
Well, breaking ball that didn't break. It's outside and a leadoff walk. Will bring Seth Valley to the dish. He had a little chopper to third with the infield drawn in, and it went over the third baseman's head. That was Wyrick at the time, and it got past Zayden Gates, who was trying to back up the play, and drove in the third run of the inning for the Eagles.
And you could definitely see a bunt here. Little small ball here.
Third baseman is in. That is Holmeyer.
Just put it down. Just get it in. If that's what you're going to do, just get it down.
Throw over, and that was the casual move.
Yeah, we got people walking all over the place out here. Kind of hard to see sometimes.
Trying to get here in the shade, in the green seats.
Yep.
First pitch to the plate, shows bunt, pulls it back, looks at one high and away for a ball. Valley steps out, looks down to Coach Whitson in the third base box. Looks at his little card with all the numbers on it, sticks it back in his back pocket. He's way up in the box, close to the plate. Long hold, long look, and are not going. And a strike on the outside corner as Seth showed the bunt late.
Yep.
Pulled it back and took a strike. Wyrick has thrown 21 innings. This is his 6th appearance, 109 batter space, 415 pitches. He's 3-2 on the season. Throw to first, and he's back in safely.
That's you see people do a lot. That's why you never look back away from the pitcher when you're taking your lead off the bag. Take a little second step. Make sure you keep your eye on him.
Opponent sitting 261 against him, averages about 20 pitches an inning. He shows bunt, got it in on his hands.
Yeah, it was a good pitch.
Yep, that's where you want to throw it. If you know he's going to bunt, it was in on his hands. He really couldn't put much of the bat on it. Fouled it back to the screen. Now it's 1-2.
Do you take it off or you leave it on?
I don't know. I guess we're going to find out here. I'd be surprised if they take it off.
You got Carey in batter's box or in the on deck circle.
Wyrick turns the upper body, takes 2 or 3 glances over, and Seth does the wise thing.
Yeah, good move, Seth.
Calls
good
time,
move,
steps out.
He takes that much time. Hey, you step out of there.
Wyrick's given up 24 hits, 18 runs, 11 earned, 15 walks, 25 strikeouts. A throw over to first.
Not even close. Beer driver's going back. He went to the golf course, made his delivery, and he's gone. Goodbye.
He's struck out 9 looking. He's hit 1 batter. ERA of 3.67. Valley gets the bat on it as they took off the bunt. And a good job to foul that one off and stay alive.
Make him throwing the pitches.
And in Carey in the on-deck circle for the Eagles. Ulrich with the leadoff walk. He's at first. 1-2 count to Seth Valley. He'll step off and a quick throw over. That was the little better move that time.
That's what I was talking about, though. See, he was taking his walk. He was walking away. He was going away. Quick pitch here.
Yeah, he holds at the belt. And a foul tip caught by the catcher for the strikeout. Got in on his hands again.
Yep.
Coming to the plate for the Eagles, number 4.
Good overhand breaking ball.
Yep. And then Carey steps in. He struck out the swing his first time up. Number 9 hitter in the Eagles order today. Off the plate, middle of the box, right-handed batter. Ulrich takes his lead, throw over, and he dives back in safely, paying a lot of attention to that runner.
He's worried about him, isn't he?
And Ulrich really has not stolen that many bases.
I don't see him going anywhere. Could surprise me, but
on the year he's 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
First pitch is a ball to end and carry. Yeah, I'm surprised they're that concerned. And again, a throw over, dives back in safely.
Yeah. Tag was up around the waist, and that right was oohing and on over here on the Owensville side. The tag was around the waist. The hands were in.
Landon Crammy holding the runner over there at first. Takes his step out. Check. Now he comes set from the third base side of the pitching rubber. Again, a long hold. And the pitch. Strike on the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike.
If he takes a long look like that step off, that's going to get him out of his rhythm.
Now the center fielder, Gerlman, is playing carry to pull.
I know he is.
By a bunch.
Yep.
And that surprises me. A lot of room in right center field. Another long look, late swing and a miss. 1-2. Wyrick on in relief of Eckelkamp. He struck out now 26 on the year. And a quick throw over. First baseman couldn't hold on to it, but he was back safely nonetheless.
Everybody, at least they're paying attention to the dugout. You hear the whole dugout yelling back.
Inches out to about the same lead he's had pretty much every pitch so far. 1-2. Another long look. And a late swing and a miss on the fastball. So back-to-back strikeouts after the leadoff walk. And Landon Doza will step in, and he'll try to do something on the positive side.
Top of the order.
Doza reached on an error. Stole a couple of bases in the first. Left stranded at third. Had a base hit that drove in a run. Drove in the third run of the inning for the Eagles in the second. Stole second, was left stranded there. Wyrick again from the belt. That fastball bounced in. A good stop by Allen. When he's on, the slider that he throws.
Coach just gave him signs instead of numbers.
Huh.
I was glad to see that. That's baseball again, folks.
Turn, throw over, and he's back in safely. Wyrick's got a pretty quick move when
he
wants
does.
to.
Yep.
And again, center fielder playing Doza several steps to pull. I'd say maybe
gap in right center's unbelievable.
Huge. Low and outside for ball 2. Yeah, because the right fielder, whoever that is, I don't have a number on him yet, is playing pretty much straight away. Center fielder over toward left center, so a lot of room out there. Get a long look. There's a head nod. Ground ball through the hole on the left side into left field for a 2-out single. Ulrich will stop at second.
And away, Doza.
First and second, 2 outs. Raiden Red steps in.
Number 21. Raiden.
I'd like to see Raiden do something here. He struck out in the first and then hit one to the first baseman with the pitcher covering in the second. He's 0 for 2. Bats here in the fourth. Eagles up 3-1, trying to add to that lead. First and second with 2 outs. They're not holding a runner at first. They are trying to keep the runner close at second. And a ball hit in the air to center. Center fielder had him played pretty well. Gerlman in a few steps, and he reaches up and makes the catch as Red flies out to center for out number 3. In the inning for the Eagles, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left. We go to inning number 5. It's Sullivan on top 3-1.
Hanson Title Company has been serving the Franklin County area since 1865, providing their customers with high-quality service, reliable data, and quicker turnaround times to save you money. Hanson Title is the only title company in Franklin County that has their own title plant, and they have offices in Union, Sullivan, and Washington. Services include title insurance, title searches, construction dispersing, and 1031 tax-deferred exchanges. For any and all of your title needs, call Hanson Title Company at 468-2640 or in Union 636-583-2516. Dace Insurance is a full-service independent insurance agency with 35 years of experience serving the needs of over 5,000 individuals and families and 300 businesses in our area. Dace Insurance is an agency you can depend on with proven professionals, honest, fair, and interested in the needs of the people they serve. Sharon Dace and her staff don't work for an insurance company. They work for you with home, life, auto, and commercial policies tailored for you. Dace Insurance, located at 602 North Franklin in Cuba and 47 East Springfield in Sullivan.
Dre Gower throwing his warm-up tosses as we head to the top of the 5th inning. He will deal with the bottom of the order, 7, 8, and 9. Holmeyer, Medlock, and Gerleman.
I could give you Eckelkamp's line here real quick.
Sure.
Pitched 3 innings, 50 total pitches, 5 hits, 4 runs, 2 strikeouts. That's it for him.
3 runs.
What did I say, 4?
Yeah.
Where did he get that number at?
I don't know.
Maybe I was anticipating another one.
Hoping for one.
Yeah.
For the Dutchman, number 21, Leighton Holmeyer.
Leighton Holmeyer steps in. Struck out looking in the 2nd inning against Gower. Deep in the box, up close to the plate from the right side. Gower will work from the windup. Get that glove out in front of his face. Gets a sign from Carey. Kicks and pitches, swing and a miss on the fastball, blew it right by him.
I looked at that and they had 3 runs on 4 hits.
There you go.
That's what I did.
Next from Gower. Another fastball taken for a called strike 2. Does in left, Valley in center, red and right, blue, Ulrich, McReynolds, and Garner around the infield third to first, with Carey behind the plate for the Eagles. 0-2 pitch, high fastball, swing and a miss. Went right, and I like to see him every once in a while. Just, you know, you got a guy that you're pretty well, you know, is overmatched.
Just take care of it.
Yeah, just go after him.
Well, you don't want to throw a breaking ball, which for him would be a normal baseball speed for a lot of people, and that's what he'd be seeing.
Elias Medlock steps in. He looks at a strike. Knee high, inner half. He hit a fly ball to center to end the second inning for the Dutchman. And that fastball sails high. He's stepping toward third base when that pitch is coming home.
Yeah.
Oh, Gower, somebody needs to call time. Oh, now, okay. Ulrich was tying his shoes. Now the batter calls time.
Yeah.
Gower was getting away. Ulrich had his glove off on the ground, was adjusting his shoe or something as Gower was getting the signs. Now everybody's ready to go. And here is the 1-1 pitch. Fastball, thigh high, outside corner.
You can count on it if that happens. You got your glove, your ball's coming to you.
Oh, yeah.
You know it's going to.
Yeah, you need if you're going to do that, you need to holler at your pitcher and say, hey, hold up a second. Chopper, past Gower up the middle. That's going to get through for a hit.
Made it too good.
Yeah.
He don't mean a thing. Scattering a few hits now and again never hurts nothing.
So Jaden Gerleman was hit by a pitch leading off in the third inning and was left stranded at third. Gerleman, the center fielder. He steps in, hitting .250.
Got to get a little closer to the bag than that, Mitch.
Well,
a little bit too far away.
Now he's a little bit different from Gower when Gower holds. Mitch's body's kind of turned a little bit. Chopper up the middle again. Second baseman McReynolds steps on the bag, throw to first, and not in time. Throw was in the dirt, so a fielder's choice, a force out at second. McReynolds had to hold up for just a second, elected to take it on his own rather than take a chance on the toss.
Yep, that's a good call.
So Gerleman reaches on the fielder's choice. Medlock is out 4 unassisted for out number 2. And now you're back up to Zayden Gates at the top of the order. He's 0 for 2. First pitch he sees is a strike.
Inside corner, right at the knees. Can't better than that.
Stands in from the right side. Middle infielder is playing for the steal or the force out at second. Runner, he flinched a little bit, not going. Curve ball catches the outside corner for a strike. Oh my gosh.
That sweeping curve too, that's a dandy.
So it's 0-2. Straight away in the outfield, wind blowing out toward left. 0-2 delivery runner goes up the middle off of Gower, and he's not going to get him, I don't think. Yep.
He
throws it wide.
Yeah, you got to get it before the guy goes home.
And Garner will track it down.
I'm going to have to give him an error because I gave an extra base.
Yeah, an infield single and an error.
Base hit and an error, yeah.
That one hit him in the side, and then it bounced off toward third base, grabbed it, and threw it off balance.
Yeah, he didn't really have a throw, so.
They'll send Gerleman to third. Second error of the game for the Eagles.
It's all right. Take care of business right here.
Logan Bailey steps in. Deep in the box, off the plate, open stance. Imagine Gates may try to go here.
Yeah.
He goes, pitches down the corner, throw down on the cutoff play, and runner Gerleman stays at third, so a stolen base by Gates.
So you got 2 in scoring position.
Pitch was a strike.
I didn't even see his hand. I watched the throw.
So tying run at second base, 2 outs. We're in the 5th. Curve ball for a strike. 0-2. Again, that pretty good breeze blowing out toward left. Dozes straight away about middle Midway out there, medium depth. Straight away in the center as well. High.
Well, he was going to throw that one all the way through the backstop.
And the batter kind of lunged out that
Yeah,
way
he
like
did.
he was going to swing it. Well, it's 1-2 now. Come back at him with that curveball. Right over the inside corner on his hands. He's choked up about 2 inches on the bat, too.
Yep.
Gower with a long look, kicks and pitches. Fastball off the plate outside. Might have been the two-seamer.
Yeah, this is the one you want right here.
So it's 2-2. Got Landon Crammy on deck. See if Drake can put him away, get out of the inning. Here's the kick and the pitch. Swing and a miss. And, okay, he's out of there. He's giving himself up. So in the inning for the Dutchman, no runs. There was 2 hits. There was an error and 2 left on base. As we go to the bottom of the 5th, score remains 3-1 Sullivan.
Juergens Heating and Cooling has been providing the area with professional heating and cooling services for over 22 years. Whether your family's dreams of a new home have become a reality or increased efficiency and comfort when replacing your existing heating and cooling system, Juergens has the knowledge and craftsmanship to make sure all your needs are met. With an award-winning service department and quality installation professionals, Juergens strives to exceed every customer's expectations. Call Juergens Heating and Cooling at 573-860-4328. Comfort is one call away.
Chase Wyrick out on the mound again for the Dutchman with his second inning of work. Gower got out of a 2-on jam in the last inning. Kept it a 3-1 game. Eagles would love to try to get to Mr. Wyrick here and get a little insurance. They will have 3, 4, and 5 in the lineup. Chase Blue, Drake Gower, and Mitchell Garner, guys that you would like to have up there in this opportunity to see if you can get a little something done, do some damage. But a tough customer out there, and Chase Wyrick gave up a leadoff walk to Nolan Ulrich and struck out the next 2, gave up a base hit to Doza, and then got Red to fly out to center on the first pitch that he saw to end the inning. So Blue is 0 for 2. Foul pop up to the first baseman, a ground out to third.
And wasn't that the excuse me catch? The ground ball that he just kind of didn't.
Yeah, he
really
just
caught?
got to put the glove down there. Yeah, Wyrick, hard hit ball. Wyrick he came in, stuck the glove where he thought the ball was going to go, and it went in. Starts him off with a pitch on the inside corner for a strike.
Good breaking ball.
And that's the thing about Wyrick. He can work both sides of the plate. 0-1 pitch. Late swing and a miss. Pulled the string on that one.
And he's only a junior.
Yep.
So you got one more year of him.
Him and his battery mate Chris Allen, both juniors. Going to go high on this one, I believe. And a line drive. Oh, Gates got to it from his knees. Throws to first. It's offline. A base hit.
Heck of a job of getting to the ball. Wow.
Full extension dive. He fielded it on the hop. Got the glove out there and got up, tried to throw from his knees. And Blue was able to get down to first base.
Yeah,
So
good throw might have had him because the throw was ahead to pull him off the bag. The throw was down the line.
So Gower steps in, facing Wyrick. He'd like to return the favor after Wyrick hit a home run off of him.
Yep.
He'd like to return the favor with that wind blowing out the left. And a late swing and a chopper foul at the plate. Big matchup here. I don't know if I'm Wyrick, if I'm throwing him a straight fastball or not.
I don't know.
I might be slinging some sliders and some cutters up there at him. Maybe a curveball. Short lead by Blue at first. 0-1 delivery, and he pulled the string on that one.
Yep.
That was a changeup. Might have been that slider that is so good. And he's in the hole 0-2. Of course, Blue at 0-2.
Yeah, he left the pitch in.
Yep. Gower, back foot almost out of the batter's box. Open stance. Ready to go with an 0-2 pitch. Wyrick again the long look. And a good read that time. That was low and outside. Good take by Drake. Good crowd here today on what turned out to be a pretty nice day for baseball.
Wind's right out now, right straight out to center.
Reaches for that one. Hits it to the right side. It's going to be on the infield. Then ranging back, and Landon Crammy corrals that one for the out.
To the plate for the Eagles.
Yeah, he had him reaching a little bit.
Yep. Mitchell Garner steps in, a triple and a run scored in the second, and a fly ball to center in the third inning.
He's got power to get one out of here.
Yeah, because Wyrick will do his part.
Yep.
Unless he throws him an off-speed pitch. But with the wind blowing out, good take in the dirt and a good stop by Chris Allen keeps the runner at first base. As he buried that one in the dirt outside. Nate McReynolds stands in the on-deck circle. Mitchell, middle of the box, slightly open stance. Allen sets up outside. Here's the pitch. No, I was a little too far outside with a fastball. Almost set up on the outside corner. That one was over in the middle of the left-handed batter's box. Soccer girls playing over at Owensville tonight, taking on the Dutch girls. Final game of the tournament there. Runner goes, and Garner goes after a high pitch. It's popped up into shallow right field. Right fielder comes in and makes the catch. He had that one stolen. Garner protecting the runner, went after a high pitch and popped it up. So fly ball to right.
Wyrick kind of throws the ball across his body a little bit. If you see when he comes to home, he steps towards the third base line and then pulls the ball across his shoulder. So it's kind of pulling the ball out of the back of himself there.
McReynolds steps in off the plate. Looks at a pitch high for ball one.
See what I mean there?
Yeah. Nate hit a double, an RBI, and a run scored in the second. Fly ball to right to end the third inning. Open stance, middle of the box. Blue takes his lead, inches out a little farther, not going. Looks at a curve ball inside corner for a strike.
Both these guys have good curve balls.
Yeah.
Both of them do.
They've got all the pitches. Second baseman playing up the middle for the stolen base, back at the edge of the turf. Blue not going. And a fastball off the plate outside, and low ball two. Nate's out, now back in. Eagles have the leadoff runner on, but haven't been able to move him around. 2-1 delivery. Got to skip out of the way of that one, low and inside, down around his feet. And it's a 3-1 count now to Nate McReynolds. Nolan Ulrich on deck. Wyrick will work from the belt with the runner on, working from the middle of the pitching rubber with that front foot kind of crossed over. And another fastball sails wide for ball four.
That's his second walk he's given up.
So a leadoff single and a couple of outs and a walk with 2 outs. Brings in Nolan Ulrich. Ulrich with a walk his last time up, and he was left stranded at second base.
And Smith is going to go in, I think. Yeah. Smith went in to run.
So pinch runner. So pinch runner for McReynolds is Caden Smith. Now Nate could re-enter, or Smith could stay out there and play second. Either way. Not holding the runner at first. First pitch is a strike in to Nolan Ulrich.
Keep him throwing pitches though.
Well, he averages around 20 an inning.
Yeah, he had 18 the first half. First half inning he was out there. There's a balk.
Yeah, a balk.
A balk was called.
Yeah,
he didn't stop.
Yeah,
he didn't stop. He just kept on going.
And he had been taking a pretty long stop and a long pause.
Yeah, he was trying to quick pitch and he got caught. So there's no pitch there. So it was a one ball or one strike count.
So now runners at second and third. No ball, 1 strike count. And a ball hit in the air to right, but that's going to be right at the right fielder. Good contact, but right at the outfielder. Fly ball to right for the third out of the inning. Eagles leave a couple stranded in scoring position. And let's see, no runs. There was a hit, a walk, 2 left, no errors. We go to the 6th. It's 3-1 Sullivan.
Coldwell Banker Reeves Realtor in Sullivan has a staff of agents with over 165 years of combined experience. Whether you're buying or selling, the knowledgeable professionals at Coldwell Banker Reeves Realtor will help guide you through this difficult process. They utilize all the modern tools available like CirclePix marketing, Facebook, and other social media platforms. Find out all the ways they can help by visiting the website at coldwellbankerreeves.com. Call 573-468-4422 or stop by their new office at 400 Cumberland Way, Suite K in Sullivan.
Eagles have had runners on every inning but one. I think every left runners on every inning.
Yep.
They left a runner on in the first at third base. They scored 3, left a runner at second in the second. They left a runner at second in the third. Left runners at first and second in the fourth. And in the fifth, left runners at second and third. So they've had all kinds of opportunities today. But Wyrick has come in and kind of shut the door a little bit. And Eckelkamp, with the exception of that one inning, didn't really pitch all that bad.
No, he really didn't. I mean, he is on the hook right now.
Yeah. So Gower back out there for his 6th inning of work. And he will have, again, that dangerous part of the order, 3, 4, and 5 with Crammy, Wyrick, and Leb.
One of our baseball seniors or our golf seniors at the conclusion of this game, if you can meet down there by
Excuse me.
bullpen, they will have instructions.
We are making some instructions for senior night. Soccer girls leading 2-1 over Owensville at halftime in that Owensville tournament. Sullivan wins today. They win the tournament. Grammy stands in from the right side, open stance deep in the box. First pitch from Gower, high and inside, ball 1.
Yeah, it was an attention getter there, and it probably did.
Strikeout in the first, a ground out to the first baseman in the third. 0 for 2 today for the Dutchman first baseman. Ball in the air to right. Red drifts over, and he has to slow up and bend down to his knees. That died on him.
It sure did. Good job, though.
Yeah. Stayed with it, made a nice play on the line drive to right for out number 1.
Play for the Dutchman, number 23, Chase Wyrick.
So Chase Wyrick stands in, a solo homer in the second, and a strikeout in the fourth.
Okay, what are you starting with here? First pitch he saw from you was second pitch he saw was a home run fastball right down the middle.
Deep in the box, off the plate, open stance. There's another one hit hard into left. And that's going to get over Doza. He threw him an off-speed pitch. He was waiting for it. And Wyrick slides into second base with a double.
He got it, was up and in a little bit. Wonder if they're going to leave him run out there.
We'll find out.
Well,
this one stayed in the park.
Yeah, there's going to be a
courtesy runner.
20.
No, that was...
No.
Number 12.
That's Dylan Schulte.
Coming in to run for the Dutchman, it'll be number 12, Dylan Schulte.
He is the courtesy runner for the pitcher Wyrick. And stepping in, Jansen Leb, 1 for 2 on the
Sophomore.
day. And that hit him.
Hit him on the hand. Wait a minute. No. He's having him come back. Hit him off the bat handle. Let me see your hand, he says. Let me see your hand.
And
he's going to talk to the other umpire.
Yeah, they're going to confer with
I
the
like this.
field
I like
umpire.
this.
That's
I mean, if that hit him in the hand, he'd be jumping up and down.
Yeah. And now Coach Kemp is asking for. They may be calling it on the swing.
I think they're calling a strike, is what they're calling.
Yeah, I think they're going to call it. Say he swung.
Yeah.
So instead of a
hit by pitch, you got a strike call.
Yeah. So no balls and a strike. They're going to call it a swing or a foul, maybe. Foul ball be a strike.
I think it went off the bat. I think is what he's saying he did. That's my guess. But we don't know, obviously.
Leb steps back in. Gower working from the belt. Trying to keep that runner close at second base. He comes set. Looks back at second with, again, Caden Smith is out at second base now. Pitch in the dirt. Gets away from Carey, but runner did not get a good read. And he will stay at second base. So Caden Smith is now at second base.
That was called a strike. It is 1-1 on the count.
Yeah, 1-1 on the count. Smith in. McReynolds.
Oh, yeah, he did. Yeah, he did stay at second, didn't he?
So Gower now has his sign. Looks back at second. Looks back again. Comes to the plate. Late swing, and he laces a foul off the screen to the right. Rolls out toward first base. Mitchell Garner will track it down. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner at second. 1 out. McReynolds may be getting loose down there as
There's somebody down there.
Yeah, there's somebody throwing one of the hard rubber balls off of the backstop down there. So somebody's.
He's at 68 pitches. We're before this inning.
A check of the runner. Pitch to the plate. Off-speed pitch. Grounded to third. Blue looks the runner back. He'll throw to first in time for the out. Good play there by the Eagles. Chase knew he had some time. Looked him back.
Good play. Doing a strike to first.
Chris Allen steps in. Allen 0 for 2. Reached on a fielder's choice and struck out looking. Stands in from the right side. Open stance. Fairly deep in the box like most of these Dutchman batters have been today. First pitch is a fastball, high, ball 1 from Drake Gower. On deck would be Leighton Holmeyer. 3-1 ball game. Eagles on top. Owensville got the solo homer from Wyrick in the second. Eagles answer with 3 in the bottom of the inning. There's a high fly ball into left. That has got a chance. And that is off the fence. It'll drive in 1, and Allen will cruise into second base. That didn't miss it by much.
No, it didn't.
It hit the padding down at the bottom of the fence down there along the hill. That's the second long drive, and Gower hung that one.
Yeah. They go a long way when that happens.
So an RBI double for Allen drives in a run. It's 3-2.
Adam Wilson is the
Wilson
runner.
Courtesy runner for Allen again. So it's a 1-run ball game now as Leighton Holmeyer steps in. He's 0 for 2 on the day.
And that's the guy you wanted to. Then you would have had the 7, 8, 9 coming up in the 7th.
Swing and a foul at the plate by Holmeyer.
Good ball game.
Eagles up 3-2. Owensville has the runner in scoring position with 2 outs. Number 7 hitter Holmeyer at the plate. Next pitch is a fastball outside, ball 1. Tight ball game here today. We thought it might be.
Yeah.
Check of the runner at second. Smith trying to keep him close. Got it on the hands. Foul back to the screen. Good job by Holmeyer to foul that one off.
Sullivan's got they got 8, 9, and 1 coming up in the bottom of the 6th. Another run or 2 wouldn't hurt.
Got to get out of this one first and keep the lead. Got that man in scoring position. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Drake looks back at second. Now to the plate. Here comes the pitch. Off the end of the bat. Again, took a little something off of that one and probably
had him beat. Just
good job by Holmeyer to get a piece of it, foul it off to the right side, and get to see another pitch.
Mitch is way off that first base bag, isn't he? Corner?
Yeah, he is. It's kind of surprising.
Yeah, it sure is.
He's gone to the right side every time. Count remains 1-2. Here's the next. Swing and a miss on the high heat. And that will end the inning. Owensville breaks through with 1 run on 2 hits, a pair of doubles in the inning. They left a man on and no errors. We go to the bottom of the 6th, 3-2 Sullivan.
Pre-wash clothes and other items right in the washer with a convenient built-in water faucet that gives you easy access to an instant water stream. A Whirlpool top-load washer with a 360 wash agitator keeps clothes moving to provide a thorough clean in a variety of water levels.
For mattresses, furniture, flooring, and appliances, see the folks at Jerry's TV and Home Furnishings at 375 West Springfield in Sullivan or call 468-4300.
Good sportsmanship isn't something that just happens, it's taught as a part of our high school activities program. In Missouri, good sportsmanship has become a tradition with our high school coaches, athletes, and fans. Respect by everyone helps make that happen. We here at KTUI Radio encourage you to help us continue a great Missouri tradition practiced both in small towns and big cities. That's good sportsmanship. This preceding message was brought to you by your friends of the Missouri State High School Activities Association and KTUI Radio.
We go to the bottom of the 6th. Eagles only up by 1. Could use a few insurance tallies. But they'll have a tough chore against a good pitcher in Chase Wyrick as he's kind of come in relief. 4th, 5th. This will be his 3rd inning of work. He's had base runners. Eagles have had runners in every inning and left a runner in every inning.
Had 2 of them each inning so far.
Yeah, and just haven't been able to break through with that big hit, which has been an issue this year. Valley takes a big cut at a high fastball and fouls it back to the screen. 8, 9, and 1 in the order for the Eagles. Valley followed by Andon Carey. Actually, you got Brody Gower in the on-deck circle to hit for Carey. Bring in the left-hander. Then you're back to the top of the order. No balls and a strike to Valley. Next. Got it on his hands. Foul back to the screen again. It's 0-2. Look out for the slider here.
Yeah.
And again, it just really surprises me that the center fielder with Wyrick pitching is playing him that far to pull toward left center. The Eagles have not been able to take advantage of it. He's been working inside a lot to these guys. They hadn't been able to get the arms extended. He goes after a high fastball and pops that one out of play off to the left. So everything has been up and in.
I don't know how he even hit that ball.
Valley on the day with a base hit, RBI, stolen base and run scored back in the 2nd inning and struck out against Wyrick in the 4th.
All right, Seth, put it in play, buddy.
Wyrick looks in, gets his sign now, goes to the windup. Ooh, he just got a piece of that one. That was a good job, spoiled a pretty good pitch. And he stays
had
up.
him set up for that pitch.
Yep. Stays up there at 0-2. Washington girls soccer leads Winfield 2-0 at halftime. Share some scores as we're able to get them. Here's the 0-2 pitch again. Strike 3 called. Outside corner around the belt. 2 strikes. That's a pitch that you can't just stand there and look at.
Yeah. Number 22, Brody Gower.
So Brody Gower will pinch hit for Andon Carey. Brody, .316 batting average. 7 hits, 6 singles and a double, 5 RBI, 4 runs scored.
Center fielder moved a little bit back to Biggie straight away.
Yeah. So Gower, a left-handed batter, has not seen many at-bats here as of late. Started off the year played a lot in right field, but he got cold, other bats got hot, and he's been relegated to a pinch hitting role for the most part. He looks a 1 way outside for ball 1.
Top of the order coming up. Get on base any way you can.
Yep. Make sure you're swinging at strikes. A walk, somebody to get on base. Another one high. Wyrick pounding it in there. Pretty good velocity, but out of the strike zone.
Gower taking a good look at him, too. Discipline.
Goes to the windup and the 2-0 pitch. Yeah, it's a strike.
Yeah, good pitch right there.
Yeah.
Kind of slowed everything down a little bit.
Now he stands in 2-1, open stance close to the plate from the left side. And
he
again,
shaking off everything.
And Brody did what he should do. Call time, step out.
Absolutely.
Now he's back in, ready to go. 2-1 pitch. Outside low, ball 3. Let him see Brody get on here. More than likely would pitch run
throw you a
for him.
fastball right down the middle. If it's anywhere, it's going to be a fastball. So
straight away on the infield. 3-1 pitch. Chopper to the right side. Charged by the second baseman. Flips to first in time for the out.
I'm surprised he was swinging at 3-0 or 3-1.
Yeah.
2
up, 2 down. Back to the top of the order with Landon Doza. Landon's been on all 3 times today. A couple of singles. Reached on an error. Stolen 3 bases. But has yet to cross the plate.
Nope.
And he would like to do that.
Third, second, and first. So time to go 4.
Stands in from the right side. Open stance off the plate. Wyrick looks in, gets the sign he wants from Allen. Winds and fires, and there is that changeup inside corner, knee high for a strike. It might be that slider too. He's got a very good slider. Just enough of a difference in velocity between that and his fastball. There's one straightaway center, but
right at him.
Gerlitman had him played perfectly. That's why they're playing there.
Yep.
And 3 up, 3 down on the fly ball to center. No runs, no hits, no errors. Somebody left on base. We go to the top of the 7th, and it's 3-2 Sullivan.
At St. Louis Community Credit Union, you matter to us. Every account holder is an owner. Whether you're looking to grow your nest egg, purchase a home, need a loan, improve your credit, or simply want our community to thrive, St. Louis Community Credit Union is here for you. Visit Branch Manager Tricia Beckett at our new Sullivan branch at 170 South Service Road East next to Subway for all of your banking needs, or go to www.stlouiscommunity.com. That's stlouiscommunity.com. Federally insured by NCUA.
Before heading out on vacation, make sure your vehicle is in tip-top condition. Merrimack Tire Center does all types of engine repair, including exhaust repair, oil and lube service, alignments, and of course brand name tires. Getting your car in tip-top shape can keep you from getting stranded. Make an appointment with Merrimack Tire by calling 468-8400. Merrimack Tire is located at 635 East Springfield in Sullivan, with hours Monday through Friday till 6 p.m. and Saturdays till 5. Merrimack Tire Center helps you keep your car running smooth.
So again, it is senior night. We'll have the senior night activities for baseball and golf. Look at I think there's 3 senior golfers.
I think there's 9. Nine total?
9 senior ball players and
3
golfers. They'll do that when the game is over, and hopefully it's
ends up right like this, 3-2 final.
3 batters, and we're done and going to the senior night stuff. 8, 9, and 1 in the order. Elias Medlock, Jaden Gerleman, and then back to Zayden Gates. Medlock with a hit today. Got a single back in the 5th inning and was forced out at second on a ground ball by Gerleman. Gower out on the mound. Looks in, gets a sign from Andon Carey. Sidestep kick in the pitch. Swing and a miss.
There is action in the Sullivan bullpen. Can't tell if it's varsity or JV warming up.
A 1 pitch. Foul back to the screen. Made solid contact, but fouled it straight back. Medlock deep in the box. Feet fairly close together. Slightly closed stance. 0-2 pitch.
Good night, wasn't it? Oh, where was that?
Wow.
Where was that? Oh, man, that looked good from here. Holy cow.
It was a ball.
Yeah.
Holy mackerel.
Boy, that was close.
Yep. I'm pretty sure Drake wanted that one, too. The foul's another one back, so it's 1-2. Yeah,
I thought that was... I thought that caught that play plenty of it.
But then we're up here, and he's down there, so...
Don't matter what we think, does it?
Yep. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and batter calls time, steps out. Wind blowing out toward left center. Now he's back in.
What's he looking for? He's looking for the
curveball.
He got the express.
Fastball up and away, and he came up empty. So there's a strikeout to start things off in the 7th with Jaden Gerleman standing in. Gerleman hit by a pitch. Went to second on a wild pitch and was left stranded.
Okay, that was
10
Ks. Let's make it 11. Come on.
Gerleman with a fielder's choice. Swing and a miss. Got in on his hands. A one-handed swing as he blew that one right past him.
He has not backed off at all.
Open stance off the plate deep in the box. So 1 pitch. Puts it in play. Blue cuts across. Gets it. Throws to first. Low and another error. And that gives
That's not good.
That gives Owensville life. Blue cut across in front of the shortstop, threw on the run, and
that's his second error of the night.
In the dirt. Garner couldn't come up with it. 3 errors for the Eagles tonight. Gerleman's been on base all 3 times, and you're playing with fire.
Yep.
Zayden Gates is up. He got a base hit his last time at the plate. 1 for 3. Gerleman takes his lead, held by Garner, inches out a little farther. Not going. Pitches high for a ball. Straight away on the infield and outfield. Well, second baseman, shortstop playing up the middle a little bit. Blue even with a bag at third. Gerleman goes. Pitches inside high, throw down, and not in time as he belly flops into the bag and does a little side roll. And time is called. They're going to check on him. He was just kind of waiting for Caden Smith to get out of the way before he got up. He seems to be all right. So there you go. Tying run down scoring position.
1-1. That's a ball, 2-ball count.
Yep.
Up high.
Yep. 2 balls, no strikes.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
Gower now goes from the set position, checks on the runner. Oh, there's a swing.
At that.
Yep.
You bet he did. Yep.
Tried to hold up on a pitch up and in, and Gates went around. It's
I think it was a strike anyway.
2 balls and a strike. Gower trying to pitch out this with a tying run at second, 1 out. Ball in the dirt, good stop by Carey. 3-1.
You need to pitch yourself out of it here.
We've got Logan Bailey on deck. 1 out, top of the 7th. Eagles up 3-2. 3-1 pitch, high and inside, ball 4.
I don't like that, but what that does do, we're going to have a visit from Coach Mel.
Jordan Mel's going to go out, pitching coach. And the infield, the catcher will all join him.
The only thing I like about this is you do have any base. First and second. Ground ball at any base.
3 errors on the defense today. A couple on the...
He's coming out. He's coming out. And Nate McReynolds is coming in.
So the Eagles are making a pitching change. 2 on, 1 out. There'll be some defensive changes as well as Coach Woodson's out, pointing here, there, and everywhere. So it's Nate McReynolds coming in, and Alex Taves will go into play second. So Caden Smith is out. McReynolds is back in his normal spot.
Number 1, Nathan McReynolds.
And Gower will go in to play first base, so Garner may be out of the game. So we may have McReynolds goes back into the 6th spot, so Smith is out as McReynolds re-enters, but now he's in a pitch. And Taves is in at second base, so I would imagine he's probably in Garner's spot. So this is all happening here in the 7th inning. McReynolds had been warming in the bullpen for a while, but he's comes into a pretty tough situation.
Yes, he does.
Eagles with a 1-run lead. Owensville has first and second with just 1 out as they bat here in the 7th inning. And they have the 2 and 3 hitters yet to come. And if anybody else gets on, you've got to face Wyrick. Would love to see Drake finish this thing out, but
yeah, he's responsible for both runners on. He can
be the winner, he can be the loser.
Either one doesn't make any difference. Yep, he's got both of them out there. See if Nathan McReynolds can.
Now this was a combination that worked well last year. You saw that a lot. Gower would start games, get to the 6th or 7th maybe, and McReynolds would come in to finish things off. Now some kind of a delay here.
They're waiting on the other umpire. Home plate umpire's not here.
Oh, he was over in the Owensville dugout. I think he was sharing the
changing
position changes with the Owensville.
You got all them, didn't you?
I think so. Got Gower at first now.
For the Dutchman, be number 8, Logan Bailey.
Gower at first, Taves at second, and McReynolds at the pitching position. So Logan Bailey steps in.
Any kind of an out here without advancing anybody. Ground ball out.
Ground ball to third would be really nice.
It would be.
First pitch, low and outside for a ball. Now you would imagine Owensville's going to look at some pitches.
I would think so.
A new pitcher in there. You want to kind of get a...
I'd have my guys take him till you get a strike.
Yeah. Nate from the belt, third base side of the rubber. The runners go. Pitches in the dirt. No throw.
Nope.
Well, he crossed him up.
Yep.
Went aggressive, and it worked. Now you've got the lead run out at second base, tying run at third with one out.
Yep. And a 2-ball, no strike count. Throwing here really hurts.
Yep, that's an out they ought to have. It ought to be maybe one on with 2 outs.
Infield is in, obviously.
Yep, got to bring him in. Line drive, left center field. That's going to get down. Owensville will take the lead. Logan Bailey comes through with a 2 RBI single.
For the Dutchman.
Both of those runs are charged to Gower.
Yep. So he's on the downside of this 4-3 score.
He can be the loser now and not the winner.
And it's still not over as you've got Crammy stepping in.
Yep.
With a lead now, don't be surprised if we don't see Bailey taking off at first.
First pitch.
Short lead. Not going. Pitch is up and away for a ball. Nate was in a tough situation.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. Well, they had 2-ball count. You know, he had Burkett to come in. Pitch was up, but
another pitch up and away. It's Nate's yet to find the strike zone. Check of the runner at first. Short lead held on by Gower. Pitch to the plate, inside. Ooh, he gets a generous call there.
He's pretty close to the plate.
Yep. Well, that's true. 2 balls and a strike. Maybe that'll settle Nate down a little bit. Next one, hit in the air to the left, and Doza's going back, makes a catch right in front of the track. I didn't think he hit that one that hard.
I didn't either. It just kept going.
And the flag is kind of hanging limp out there. The wind had died down somewhat, but he hit that one a pretty long way.
Yeah, now you got a toughie.
Yep. So fly ball to left, round number 2. And Wyrick is 2 for 3 on the day. A home run, a double, and a strikeout. All that against Gower. A little closer to the plate. Still deep in the box with an open stance. McReynolds looks in, now checks the runner. First pitch to Wyrick. Outside for a ball. On deck, Jansen Leb. He's 1 for 3 on the afternoon. The Eagles got their 3 runs in the second inning, and Wyrick came in relief in the fourth and shut it down. Fly ball right side, foul territory. Gower drifting back, and it's just over the fence. Down by the Eagles bullpen. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Looking ahead, Sullivan's going to come in. You got 2, 3, and 4, so you got top of your order coming up also. So.
Yeah, got the guys up there you need to have, but you're down 1 now. You got to keep it there. McReynolds looks in, works from the third base side of the pitching rubber. Kicks and fires, runner goes, ball in the air again to the right side, and that's going to get out of play. Well, Owensville aggressive on the base paths. That double steal made a big difference.
Yes, it did.
That allowed that tying run to come in and score on that single.
Yeah, well, go ahead run.
Go ahead run, yeah, excuse me. Well, Steve Kemp put him in motion. It worked.
Boy, if he could put a fastball in above his hands, inside above his hands.
1-2 the count. See if Nate can put him away. Runner goes again.
Oh.
Swing and a miss. 1 in the dirt, and he's going to reach on the wild pitch.
Strikeout.
Strikeout, the
Yep.
wild pitch.
Yep.
Runner goes to first.
Batting for the Dutchman, number 5, Jansen Leb.
Riley goes to second base. I mentioned it's not over.
Dylan Schulte's going to.
Yeah. Courtesy runner comes in.
Just kind of fell apart here at the top of this 7th inning.
So Jansen Leb checks into the plate.
Coach Mel going back out again.
Time is called. Leb with a base hit. Stranded at third back in the 2nd inning. Struck out in the 4th, in the 4th, and grounded out to third in the 6th. Yeah, Eagles had opportunities but could not come through with the big hit against Wyrick to add on. And Owensville has chipped away, and have taken the lead here in the top of the 7th. They scored 1 in the 6th, 2 here in the 7th.
Well, we talked about what they did with Wyrick, too, when they brought in the other, keep him going, just keep him close. And then they brought Wyrick in, and he has shut him down since he's been in there.
Yeah, when he couldn't build on the lead with their starter on the mound with Eckelkamp, and he got Wyrick in there, and he got into some jams but pitched out of them. Ball in the dirt. Runner started for third, but Carey kept it in front of the plate. Leb held up on the swing. They're going to appeal. No swing.
He didn't go.
Yeah, he held up. So a strikeout, then a throwing error on a grounder to third. Opened the gates. Gates then walked. And Riley with a couple of stolen bases. And Riley with a single to drive in 2. High and inside for a ball. 2-0 to Jansen Leb.
Nobody warming up over there. I would think this is Mr. McReynolds' job to get out of this one.
Straight away in the outfield, deep in right and left, medium depth and center. Pitch to the plate, and he gets a strike outside corner, belt high. 2-1. As Jansen Leb steps in, open stance off the plate, deep in the box from the right side. Long look at second. Still looking. Now comes the plate. Swing and a miss. Got by him upstairs. It's 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. What's that mean? Deuces are wild.
Deuces are wild. Sullivan girls soccer explodes in the second half. They beat Owensville 7-1.
Holy cow.
And they win 2 in that tournament, take the tournament. Again, a long look at second. Now step off. Late Eagles soccer playing well here as of late. McReynolds again, the long look to get the sign. Comes to the belt. Runner goes to second base, and a curveball, strike 3 called.
Well, got to rattle some bats.
In the inning for Owensville, 2 runs on 1 hit. Yeah, just a single.
Yep.
1 hit. There was an error and 2 left on base. We go to the 7th. Eagles trail it by a score of 4-3, and we'll keep it here.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Get them up, get them excited.
So on senior night, it's going to be Raiden Red, Chase Blue, Drake Gower will be the first 3 to come to the plate for the Eagles in the bottom of the 7th inning, and they'll have to get it to win against a tough one with Mr. Chase Wyrick out there on the field. And he's shut down the Eagle bats for the most part here over his 3, now going into his 4th inning of work. Eagles have left runners on base in every inning.
Well, you got the guys up you want.
Yep. Red is 0 for 3 on the day. He's 0 for 1 against Wyrick. He struck out and hit one to the first baseman with the pitcher covering against Eckelkamp. And then hit a fly ball to center, leading off, to end the 4th inning, and that was against Wyrick with 2 runners on base. So he's looking to get a little something positive here, get something started for his ball club.
Leading off the inning for the Eagles, number 21. Give it up, fans. Raiden Red.
It'll be Raiden Red, Chase Blue, Drake Gower. In the bottom of the 7th, the last opportunity for the Eagles. Sun will be an issue on the left side of the infield and outfield. Gates at short, shading his eyes. Red right on top of the plate. Wyrick's first pitch. He has to duck underneath that one. As Mike said earlier, that'll wake you up.
Yeah, get your attention. Now the next pitch you're going to see is probably when the breaking ball's down and away.
Slider low and away.
Yep.
Be willing to put some of your money on it, Mike.
Yeah, that ain't going to take much of my money because I don't have much.
1 ball, no strikes. Wyrick gets his sign, winds, and comes home. Fastball right down the middle. We were both wrong.
That's all right. You saw a strike now.
Yep. Now you got to be ready. Just some way, somehow, put the bet on the ball, put it in play, and see if you can get on base. Strike on the outside corner. That's another fastball.
He's only hit 47 pitches before this inning started, too.
Yeah,
so.
he's gotten better as he's gone along. 18, 17, then 12.
This would be a tough one to take here.
Yep.
Almost came back.
Yeah.
It came close.
I think Raiden was getting ready to hit for the dugout.
Yeah, that was close. I mean, it didn't miss by much.
Yeah, I think Raiden was getting ready to hit for the dugout until the umpire didn't throw up the right hand.
Fastball.
2-2. Swing and a miss. Again, taking that big cut on a pitch up and out of the zone.
Coming to the plate. Give it up for fans number 3, Chase.
Chase Blue. He had a single and was left stranded at third back in the 5th inning. 1 for 3 on the day. They play him to pull toward left center about 4 steps. Left fielder deep and straight away. He leans back from a high fastball.
See where he's missing?
Arm side.
Missing inside and up.
Chase, middle of the box, feet close together. Another one high, over the plate, but up out of the zone. Almost stuck that elbow out there.
Yeah, he did. Almost caught it, yeah.
I don't know if the umpire would have let him do that or not. 2-0, he's ahead in the count. And that one bounces in, 3-0. I would take a walk.
Yep. Bring Drake up.
Get a base runner on. See if you can do something from there. Imagine he will be taking on 3-0.
I hope so. I think he should be. That's my guess. You need a base runner.
Wyrick gets the sign he wants. Goes to the windup, comes home. And strike on the inside corner. Chase was kind of turned the shoulder, but
it's all right. He wasn't swinging at it anyway.
So now it's 3-1. Here comes ball 4. So the Eagles have a life. But they've had runners on against Wyrick in every inning.
Yep.
Just have not been able to break through this point, but you have an opportunity here.
Left on base, left 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, and 0. Runners left on. So.
Yeah, last inning was the first 1-2-3 inning of the day for Sullivan. Drake Gower steps in. He's got a single on the day, 1 for 3.
Take yourself out of the L column here, buddy.
Runner takes his lead. Being held, not going. Looks at the strike on the outside corner.
Which I don't have a problem with.
Oh yeah,
they can throw pitches, you know.
Yeah, gotta see a strike.
Yep.
That's the old school way of thinking anyway. Working from the belt now with the runner on. Comes home. And he goes to right field, and the right fielder is there. Reaches out and makes the catch. Everything's been away against him, and he went that way, but not able to put much on it. And the Eagles are down to their last out. Mitchell Garner steps in. He ripped a triple in the 2nd inning, leading off and scored. Fly ball to center and a fly ball to right. And now...
Yeah, they're just coming out to talk about what they're going to do here.
Coach Kemp is bringing his infield and the catcher into the pitching mound, and they're going to talk things over. I don't know. Do you take a chance with Chase Blue running at first base?
No, I don't think so.
To get into scoring position with Garner up there. Gets one in the gap that gets by the outfielders. Blue has good enough speed to maybe score all the way from first, but
that's true, yeah.
But do you take the chance of getting into the game on a caught stealing?
Take the bat out of one of your better hitters. It could you're a bum or you're
a hero or the goat.
Yep, one or the other. You don't have a choice. Those are your two choices.
So Garner stands in. Blue takes his lead, held on by Crammy. Look over there by the pitcher, Wyrick. He comes home. And in the dirt, gets away from the catcher. Well, he's going to be down there without
go.
Steal.
Take that. Thank you very much.
So walk and a wild pitch have the tying run at second for the Eagles. 1 ball, no strike count to the number 5 hitter, Mitchell Garner, who came in hitting .371. And he's 1 for 3 on the day today with a run scored. That pitch is in for a strike. So as they say, now you've seen it. Step back in there and see what you get on a 1-1 pitch.
Wouldn't mind a slasher into right center.
They play him to pull toward left. And pitch was away. Well off the plate. 2-1.
Nate McReynolds would be on deck. Yeah, he is.
So Garner ahead in the count. 2 balls and a strike as he re-enters. Yeah, nice little off-speed pitch. Mitchell shook his head. That was a
good pitch.
He had him bailing on it.
Sullivan down to their last strike. Need to make it happen right here.
This could be the ball game. Wyrick with a check. Ooh, he just got a piece of that one. That was a good pitch.
Yeah.
It may have been that slider was up and off the plate.
Yeah, it was too close to take, though.
Yeah.
Good thing.
Bowed it out to the right side. He'll see one more.
He may come right back with a breaking ball inside again here.
And he set up low and away, it looks like the catcher is. Runner goes.
He did.
Strike 3 call.
He did.
And Mitchell can't believe it. So a tough one for the Eagles today. In the inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left on base. And Owensville with some lightning late. They win it 4-3 over the Eagles. And we'll take a break, come back with our final stats, and wrap it up after these messages.
Bugsy's in Sullivan is your locally owned and operated ZX gas station and convenience store. Bugsy's is located on the South Service Road in Sullivan and is an easy place to stop on your way to almost anywhere. They have the best coffee and the best soda fountain in town. And whether you're driving a motorhome or a subcompact, you can get into the car wash behind Bugsy's, and the automatic car wash has several options for either a soft touch or a touchless wash. Bugsy's ZX on the South Service Road between the overpasses in Sullivan.
Hey folks, Clark Strasser here with Strasser Senior Services. A lot of you know me by Gene, but the fact is, I've been a local licensed agent for over 25 years now. If you are just turning 65 and new to Medicare, or been on Medicare for many years, call me, your local Medicare resource, with questions about your Medicare Advantage plans, your Medicare supplements, your Part D prescription drug plans. So give me a call and set up a no-cost consultation at 573-308-5255. As always, I do business the old-fashioned way. I make house calls.
When it comes to propane, think Peterson Oil Company, your ultimate refueling destination. From 20, 30, and 40-pound forklift cylinders to those trusty 100-pound tanks and even your beloved RV, Peterson has you covered. At Peterson, quality and quantity come together in one unbeatable deal. They fill cylinders to their full potential, usually 25% more than at an exchange. Call 573-468-6600 or stop by one of the offices in Sullivan or Owensville. Peterson Oil Company, fueling your world without emptying your wallet.
I'm Donnie Greenwald, your Sullivan Edward Jones financial advisor. I believe feeling rich is less about reaching a magic number and more about living life on your terms, with financial strategies that help support a life you love. You can count on me to help you achieve what matters most to you, because the key to being rich is knowing what counts. Contact me today at 573-468-6046 and let's find your rich. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
BBQ in downtown Sullivan is an authentic wood-fired Texas-style barbecue with an Ozark profile. MKBBQ is located at 202 North Clark Street, and you can find their daily specials on Facebook. They're open from 11 to 7, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Dine in or take out. Place your order on Facebook Messenger or text 573-210-3281. MKBBQ proudly serves Bad Adams and Blues Hog sauces. MKBBQ, sophisticatedly primal.
Owensville comes from behind to beat the Sullivan Eagles 4-3, scoring one run in the second inning with a solo home run from Chase Wyatt. They got a run in the sixth and two in the seventh. The big hit from Logan Bailey to drive in the tying and winning runs. 4 runs, 7 hits, 1 error, 7 left on base for the Dutchman. 3 runs, 7 hits, 3 errors, and 8 left on base for the Eagles. Mike's got the pitching line.
And the winner will be Wyrick. He had 4 innings. He pitched 465 total pitches. 2 hits. That's basically all he had. 5 strikeouts, 3 walks, 1 wild pitch, and 1 balk. And the loser is Gower, and Drake had 6 1/3 innings, 94 pitches, 6 hits and 4 runs, 10 strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 hit batter, 1 wild pitch. And he did give up that big home run to Wyrick. And McReynolds came in, pitched 2/3 of an inning with 23 pitches, allowed 1 hit and 1 strikeout, and that's the way it ended up.
All right, Eagles are off until Monday. They host Eldon here at the Sullivan Bank Ballpark. We'll be here to bring you that game. Owensville has a game against New Haven tomorrow. I think it may be at New Haven, if I remember right. But then both teams will be pretty busy coming up next week as well. I think 3 or 4 games for each team on their schedule for next week. Mike, thanks a lot.
You bet.
Appreciate Perry Allen's work back at the studios. And our sponsors for making the broadcast possible as always. And thank you for listening in. Back with you on Monday. Eagles lose it to the Dutchman 4-3. So long from Sullivan Bank Ballpark. We hope you have enjoyed today's coverage of Sullivan High School sports on KTUI Radio. Today's game was brought to you in part by MKBBQ. Edward Jones, Donnie Greenwalt Broker, Peterson Oil Company, Strasser Senior Services, Bugsy's ZX Convenience Store, Merrimack Tire, St. Louis Community Credit Union, Dace Insurance, Coldwell Banker Reeves Realtors, Juergens Heating and Cooling, Jerry's RCA, Brewski and Scott Tax Preparation, Hanson Land and Title Company, and Sullivan Bank. We hope you'll join us again for more coverage of Sullivan High School sports on KTUI Radio. We now return you to our regular programming.